There we go. There we go. How we doing, guys? How we doing?
What's going on?
Doing. Oh my goodness. Stay on that side podcast. As you can see, we got a full squad today, man. Adam.
Full squad. Yes, sir, Ski.
Adam, would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
Bro, through the rain and everything else, I'm here today.
Through the
Adam Ward
fire.
pushing podcast, bro. Let's do it.
Hey, this nigga came in like a
Let's do it,
celebrity
bro.
and shit. Like, this is not his podcast. I ain't gonna
Good
cap.
plug.
I ain't gonna cap. We do have a lot to talk about. So I'm glad everyone's doing
We do.
good. Let's go ahead and
We
start
do.
with the MLB hour. Let's go ahead and start with the MLB hour, man. Jay, what's going on in the league, bro?
Yeah, man. So, first of all, I'm just gonna start with the Dodgers. The Dodgers were the first team to get to 50 wins. My boy Mookie Betts hit his 300th home run yesterday.
Damn.
So shout out to him. That man's gonna be in the Hall of Fame like as soon as he's eligible. But I listed out my top 5 watch out teams, like the teams who are really just flying under the radar. Not even really flying under the radar, but just really doing their thing, especially in the month of June.
Yeah.
Number 1, I got the Brewers. They have one of the best records in baseball right now.
Okay.
They're currently riding high with their pitching. Jacob Mizorowski, he's putting up Cy Young level numbers. Like he's
Okay.
basically competing with Shohei Ohtani, going neck and neck with him for that Cy Young award. Number 2, I talked about them last week. Again, the Phillies. They have played like the best overall team in baseball. They got Bryce Harper. They have a deep rotation when it comes to them hitting. They recently pulled off an 8-run 9th inning comeback against Washington. So they had 8 runs in 1 inning. They went off. Number 3, I got the Marlins. They're currently the hottest team in baseball, but they're also the most underrated, under the radar team in baseball. They are currently 6 and 5.
Wasn't they like ass a couple years ago?
Yeah, they was asked a couple months ago.
Oh,
but in the month of June, they are 16 and 5. They are definitely been hitting their stride. Led by Otto Lopez, who has been the hottest hitter in baseball. He is currently sitting at a 340 batting average, and he's currently leading the MLB in batting average. And in the month of June, at 74 at bats, he struck out only 7 times.
Damn, that nigga sound like me.
Yeah, so he's out there wilding.
Matt, don't
and
hate.
last but not least, we got the Cubs, who just won their doubleheader sweep over the Mets on Wednesday, and they again also have one of the best records, 7-10 over the last 10 games, and they've had multiple long winning streaks this season. So if they get hot at the right time, they could give anybody hell. So those 5 teams are really the ones to look out for. Of course, the Yankees are doing their thing.
The Padres not like that?
The Padres are all right. Like
For real.
the Padres are all right, but they're they're just right under the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers are just wild.
Bro, is Manny Machado still like that?
I heard he was super ass. That's actually
really.
Yeah, he's been down this year. He's definitely been down this year.
Oh, really, bro? Because I thought he just did. Go ahead, Matt.
I watched Manny Machado play live. It was a few years ago.
When he was on the Orioles?
Nah, he was on the Padres.
Oh.
He went on the Padres for a minute though, ain't it?
Yeah, like a couple seasons, ain't it? I feel like Tatis blew up, and then that's when they traded for, or they signed Machado. Because I fuck with Tatis first. No, Tatis was on that bit, right, Jay? Or I'm tweaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think Tatis was on that bitch. But the Padres aren't bad. They're 42 and 37.
Matt don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's all good.
They're 42 and 37.
It's not my forte, Tyson.
They're what's it called? They're 42 and 37. Like they're not at if they keep going at the rate that they're going, they're gonna be in the playoffs. It's just that the Dodgers they're above them by 9 games. They're just running. They're just running through the NL West. So, but definitely those 5 teams. The Brewers, I forgot to bring them up last week. I should have brought them up. They're 49 and 29. Again, they're 7 and 3 in their last 10 games. They're also wilding. The Braves are also atop the NL East.
Yeah, I heard, man. The Braves, but ain't they just going like a streak or like a losing? Like they average?
They're currently in their last 10 games. They're 3-7, and the Phillies are catching up with them. They're 7-3, and same with the Marlins. The Marlins are also 7-3 in their last 10 games. So the Braves could very well get they chain snatched.
They shaking ass
in the coming weeks for sure.
They shaking ass.
Yeah, they can get their chain snatched. But yeah, man, that's basically what's going on with the MLB. But we got a lot to talk about with the NBA.
We do.
Goodness gracious.
We do. Adam, bro. Adam, what's segment, man? What side we on, brother?
You said Adam?
Oh shit, fucking Matt.
Nigga,
My fault.
lock
You right.
Nigga,
It's 10:53, nigga.
Bro, nah, bro.
I be
Excuses,
sleep by
nigga.
this time.
Excuses,
I be
nigga.
sleep by this time.
Excuses.
Be sleep.
But nah. So stay on the side. Question today is: do you think the U.S. team wins a gold medal during the rest of the Wemby regime, or do you think France gets one while Wemby is still playing?
I don't know. Like he got something to say. He waiting.
I feel like I'm glad you asked this. It's something I thought about like beforehand. I think eventually Wemby gonna get one. I've heard him talk about. He said it honestly. Winning a gold would be more important to him than winning a NBA Finals. I don't know how true that is, but I think him being able to do that, feeling like they're committed, and just seeing kind of like the French Revolution is what niggas be calling it, or like people be calling it. I think they got some like Sar and some of the young players that are still in. If Zachary Research say can kind of turn a corner, stuff like that.
Who?
I feel like they could get one.
That nigga is
Hey, I will say I will agree with Adam on this one because we just saw like young Wemby in the 2024 Olympics and they barely lost. They barely lost to Team USA, and they lost to one of the best teams, that arguably the best team that USA has put out on the court. You can argue Dream Team, you can argue 08, but the 2024 team is definitely like up there in terms.
No, they're solidified. They are.
Yeah.
My goodness, that was like watching them niggas, bro. I remember watching, like, I saw the Steph shot live, bro. Like I remember it the way it happened, and I got goosebumps like when he did that shit, bro. Like
that was generally one of like the first times I was like cheering for Steph.
That's like,
yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's the greatest moment in his career personally. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that nigga went stupid.
I don't know about that because 2022 was like really OD because like just because the discourse around Steph around that time was just like, yeah, you got your rings, but you were low-key carried by KD. And the first time the Cavs were hurt, when he finally got that ring in 2022 and got that Finals MVP, there was really just nothing for nobody to say. So I got that over the shot in the Olympics, but the Olympic shot is definitely like number 2.
Well, I mean more so like a moment though, like that
like
moment,
the magnitude of it, like, bro.
That like I'm telling you, like I remember when he put that bitch up, and like I got goosebumps, and I was nowhere fucking near the Olympics, bro.
Yes.
But you could just feel like the energy, and then like all the pictures of him doing this, and you got Melo in the background. Yes, bro. Draymond.
I think it's because like it was just genuinely like it was a point in time in that game where it's like, damn, USA is about to lose.
Yes,
and it's just like something
in that tournament, bro. In that tournament,
yes, and it's just like something switched. But with that being said, like I don't know, cause like it's Americans coming in all the time with like you got Darren Peterson who just got drafted, AJ Cam Boozer, you still got Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Anthony
like
Edwards is
answer dog,
Devin Booker.
Bro,
like it's just still like it's just still so much American Cooper. Like it's just so much American talent that like.
That's true, but the thing that's always gotten America is the fact that like all of these athletes, like overseas, a lot of these athletes play together for an extended amount of time, so they have chemistry and the way they run their offenses and just their whole teams. They're really more in sync than USA. And depending on who coaching this year, I don't know if Steve Kerr is still gonna be coaching, but depending on who coaching whenever the Olympics is again. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that coaching be a little bit questionable and everything. Even though I think Steve Kerr did do a good job at kind of like using everybody differently, like with LeBron and KD and everything. But
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
But
I think he's a little. I think he's a little overrated. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's not a good coach.
But like, nah, that's been the thing that's always gotten US with these other like teams. It's just like, and then Wemby. No, Wemby, depending on who they put around him, because I know Gershon was like he was that nigga on that French team, and he was really a big reason why they made it that far, even before like the championship game.
Though, like I think like the way players are coming into the league now, I feel like it's a lot like the players that are being get, I think is a lot less athleticism, a lot more talent. Like Cooper Flag is a skilled player.
No,
AJ
sure.
DeBossa, Darren Peterson are skilled players. Devin Booker's
AJ's amazing. AJ's the best player in the world for sure.
Tatum is skilled. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of You feel what I'm saying?
True, but
so it's like now the only thing I would probably like is just like who guards Wemby. Like Chet will make the USA team, but it's like we seen Chet.
Bro, we seen what
you know what I'm saying? So
boy, it's out the mud, nigga, for sure.
Like, so, but that's my question about. So I don't know. I don't think they get one.
I think he gets one for sure.
I don't know, cause like you got like Evan Fournier who was on the France team, Nicholas Batum, all those guys are like going out the door. You feel what I'm saying? So like I would have to see like their team. Like I would have to watch like the FIBA qualifying games, all that stuff like that. But as of right now, I still like USA. USA still got the best players in the world to me. So.
Yeah, I think they're the deepest team collectively. They'll always be the deepest team collectively, but I think that Wemby, if you put the right dudes around Wemby, again, we just saw them go toe to toe with a team that we could put in the conversation for greatest team.
So all three of y'all got Wemby getting one gold medal, and
for sure. Yeah,
I think he gets at least one.
I think he get one. I think he gets one.
I love being by myself and being right. You know what I'm saying? So
you're definitely by yourself. You're definitely by yourself.
I'm gonna say on this side, I ain't tripping. So like. That's the SOS segment, man. Like, but now it's time to get to that real news.
All right, man.
The NBA is the gift that keep on giving.
I feel like
first, man.
I feel like it's only right we talk about the trades and the moves before we get into the draft, bro. And we have to talk about. I fought with the Giannis trade, but I feel like we should talk about the Melo trade that happened today.
Yeah, because that happened.
Because it's hot. It's hot, bro. It's hot, bro. How y'all feel about it? What? What's up?
I also think the Onnat trade, like, it should have been happened. So fuck that trade.
Yeah, this shit 2 years overdue. How y'all feel? How are y'all feeling about the Melo trade when it went down? I don't know about y'all, but for me, it literally went from like I think I was in the gym and I seen like trade talks for Melo, and I'm like, okay, but like I'm like, he'll get traded, but maybe they just listen to offers like this shit. I feel like this shit happens every offseason with Melo. And then I get done with my run, or I think I'm on the way to work, and it's like, oh no, Melo has been traded to the Timberwolves. I was like, oh shit. And I seen the package, and I was like, damn. I personally, I kind of like the trade for the Timberwolves. The Hornets, still kind of feeling my way out, but for the Timberwolves, I like the trade for them.
I was at work, and like my phone going off, and then I think I seen a tweet. The tweet was like, whoa. And then I think Tyson texts, it said, whoa. So now I look at it and I'm like, whoa. Like, I'm like, bro, what? Like, bro, I was not expecting that trade at all, bro. And I don't like it from both sides. But like, that's, but I was at work when it happened though. That was a crazy trade.
Yeah, I was coming home from work because unlike these guys, I'm on the West Coast, so this trade got broke at like 6:45 in the morning for me. I was literally like a blink away from going to sleep, and then I seen Tyson text into the chat, and at first I thought it was clickbait, and then I went to IG, and it was the first thing that I seen. And I'm definitely with Matt. I don't like it on either side. I hate it for Charlotte because they was literally hitting their stride with Melo. They finally found like some chemistry with Melo. They got like their team, like it looked like they got their team basically together. They looked like they was on the right track with Brandon Miller, with Con Knipple. And now they basically don't have their franchise guy no more. I like Nas Reed, don't get me wrong, but Melo was their franchise guy. But we're gonna get into that a little bit later.
Adam?
I feel like, I don't really like it on both sides. I feel like it's a reach on definitely the Timberwolves side to kind of get him to Mini. But I definitely don't like the trade on the other side. I was actually recording with my man who's from Charlotte, and when the news first came in like last night that they would be shopping him, and he basically was like, nah, like that's some BS. He's not about to go nowhere. And I even put out there like, Nas reading picks, would you take it? And he's like, get serious. Like, I'm not doing that. They would hang up the phone. We wake up first thing in the morning and it's like Nas Reed and like 4 picks or whatever, and in 3 seconds. So I don't know. I have concerns about how just signed Io for a good amount of money. You just moved Julius Randle. And so there's only one basketball. Anthony Edwards is not a point guard, so he still needs to have the ball in his hands a lot. LaMelo is like an offensive engine. He needs to have the ball a lot. And then there's just questions, obviously, like Jay had said earlier, about like the front court being able to score up there, things like that. And then my biggest thing is like, what type of player is LaMelo? Like LaMelo last year, 20 points on 40% shooting. He has to step that up if you make this move to get to the finals, and right now, like, his production is not finals worthy. I think that it looks sexy on paper and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily like what'll get you over the hump when you talk about needing to beat Wemby, Jokic, the Thunder, people like that.
I don't know, bro. Like, go ahead,
no,
man.
you go, Tyson. No, you good, Tyson.
Here's my thing, right? Speaking from, because with Charlotte, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, kind of, because I kind of fake believe what I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna start with Minnesota. Because when we was talking about this shit earlier, I was like the only one who was actually a fan of the trade from Minnesota, and here's why. First off, when we looked at this Minnesota team, if you looked at Minnesota's team, even before Julius Randle gets traded, and you go with them and you go with that team in the next season, are they moving the needle for like a championship or anything? To me,
No.
They're not. So they move off Julius Randle. They're definitely not moving the needle for anybody. So it's like, okay, yeah, now you have to make a move. Because it's like, you already hearing these reports about Ant getting frustrated. Ant is getting frustrated, and it fucking quadrupled after Karl-Anthony Towns wins a whole championship after getting traded. So it's like, you have your star player getting frustrated, and you see all this star movement around the league with Giannis getting traded, Jaylen Brown having talks and everything like that. You have to make a move. But it's like, what move can you make? Because we're looking at the Timberwolves. You got Nas. You have fucking, that's it, right? Because Dante's injured. Ayo just signed the deal. You're not trading Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels is untouchable. Nobody wants to really go bare. And you look at the rest of that bench, like, it's nobody really that enticing to get you anybody who moves the needle. So your best asset was Nas. And I promise you, this trade that they made for Melo was probably like if not the best move, one of the best moves they're gonna be able to make to get somebody who can actually move like the needle, especially when they didn't give up a lot. Like I said earlier in the group chat, you give up Nas, you give up an unprotected first round pick. The reason why I'm not worried about that unprotected first round pick is because we just have a whole new set of draft rules. So who even knows what the fuck that pick, and I think it's like 2032 is gonna be, what is going to be. Then they have a bunch of pick swaps over the next 3 years. Both of these teams are going to be relatively good. Like, both of these teams are going to be decent. If Charlotte's not good next year, I'm sure in the coming years, in 2026, 2020, I think they got 2028, 2027, 2029. Those picks are going to be good. I think the Charlotte Hornets are going to be actually pretty decent at that point. So I'm not really worried about the picks. And I don't even know where those picks are going to be with this whole new draft rules coming in order. So even if the Hornets are overly ass, where's that pick? I'm not worried about that from the Timberwolves. Plus, you're trying to win the championship. You have to choose something. Are you trying to win the championship or are you trying to play for the future? You can't do both. We saw the Warriors try to do that shit and we seen what happened. The Celtics, they tried to do it. Then they was like, oh shit, we kind of need to prioritize winning basketball right now. They got them a chip. That's just what you're going to have to do. And Melo is coming off one of his best seasons. He was healthy. He played really well. He did have some games where he came off the bench because he was inconsistent. He was being Melo. But as the season, as we got close to the end of the season, bro, Melo was looking decent. Like, Melo was hooping. He was making shots. He was contributing at a high level. Although Khan was getting all the praise, Melo served really well as an engine, as a connective passer, as a ball handler for that offense. And he had the ability to play off ball because there were times where Khan had the ball in his hands and he's having to do something and Melo's coming off the screen or doing something and he's able to score off the ball. Melo was just dealing with probably like first option type of pressure and attention from the opposing side of from the other team. He has Ant now. I think that takes a lot of pressure off of him. And one thing that I saw those Timberwolves that they needed in them playoffs, they needed somebody to take the pressure off of Ant, because when anybody else had that ball in their hands, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck about Jaden McDaniels, about Nas Reed, about Julius Randle. It's like, cool, we'll let you do it. We're not going to let Five do it. We're not about to let him do it. So to get LaMelo next to him, of course, you need to get some guys, bro. I'm a believer in Berger. I think Berger can be decent. You definitely still need some bigs. If you want to get a ring or somebody like that, cool. But you have some pieces to be able to get you that now. With, you can't trade Ayo, but you got Dante, maybe Mike, I don't know, maybe Bones, whoever. You have some stuff to maybe move for something, whatever. Or you could go in the free agency market and try something. I don't know, but I'm glad they at least took a swing. Because if you go into the season with the same roster that you have, oh, you're overly grits. Ant is gone.
You say all that, and like, I still don't think this trade moves the needle for them. Like, I don't, like, yes, you got you traded a worse player for a better player. Yes, LaMelo's a better player than Nas, but like you said, there's too many ifs with LaMelo. Like, LaMelo just played 72 games, and I think that's the first time he played 72 games since his rookie year.
Yeah.
But that's the first time he's played like over half the season.
And then it's like Ant just came off an injury riddle season last year too. So now you invested your future into two guards who one was injured last year and one has like history of being injured. You know what I'm saying? And then you have no bigs. Like my thing is like,
bro,
you're going against
bigs,
my thing is you got Nuggets, you got Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. Thunder, you got iHeart, Chet. They just drafted Ade Mara. Bro, the Spurs got Wemby and drafted 3 bigs in this draft. Like the West is big. And you have Rudy Gobert.
Whoa.
And depending on
we're not about to disrespect Rudy like that, bro.
I'm not
Rudy's just not enough.
He's not. He's not facts.
Rudy. But at the same time, like, what you expect Jaden McDaniels to go guard iHeart when they got to play the Thunder with iHeart and Chet? You expect him to go guard Aaron Gordon?
Like, I am a believer in Young Berenshea, bro. I am. I'm telling you,
bro. That's false belief. You've never seen him hoop.
Bro, I saw him in Summer League last year. No, I saw that nigga was nice in Summer League last year.
I'm tweaking. They have Isaiah Stewart now, right?
Nah, he's on the Grizzlies.
Got traded to the Grizzlies.
He's on the Grizzlies.
So my thing is, okay, cool. You trade Julius Randle, right? So now you trade one power forward. So it's easy. Okay, Nas slides in to be your starting forward. And then, okay, you want to make a move, which is fine, but it's just like why do you trade your bigs? Like who's playing defense?
Bro, it's either like, okay, you keep Nas and you roll out with Ant.
Because their starting lineup right now is LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, Ayo,
Jaden McDaniels at the 4.
Jaden McDaniels at the 4. You got Ayo playing at 3. Ayo's what, 6'5"?
I don't think that starting lineup's legit.
Melo can't play defense. He's 6'8", but don't play defense. So it don't matter how tall he is. So it's like I don't think this helps you. You feel what I'm saying? And then, okay, cool. You have this LaMelo thing. Like you're interested in LaMelo. Why go draft a guard in the second round?
So you can have flexibility to trade some niggas.
Like who?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dante DiVincenzo's coming off of injury, so you're not getting a lot for him because he's not playing next year. And that's
facts.
His value is gonna be like super shit, like weak coming off a torn Achilles. I'm not gonna lie.
And then it's like they don't even have that much money to go get somebody crazy that's like worth like, you know what I'm saying? And I looked at earlier, the unrestricted free agency class for like for power forwards is not that great. Like I think Harrison Barnes is in like the top 10 for like forwards. And Harrison Barnes in
2026.
You know exactly. And do you want Harrison Barnes to be like a key contributor in your rotation? Like no. And then if you're the Hornets,
Hornets is a different story.
So I watched a video earlier, and he was basically saying like the Hornets probably felt like this would be the best trade value they could get for him because he just came off of his like most healthy season.
You talking about Kenny, right?
Season. Yeah. He had a decent season, so like maybe this is like the best time to trade him. But at the same time, like I can also say he's coming off his best season. Like I don't feel like you blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like the most promise that the Hornets have had in a long time. And you just go and trade the franchise point guard. And then you go draft Christian Anderson, who I believe is Kobe White. I see them as the same player, in my opinion. Like, and there was an actual point guard on the board that you decided to pass on. This shit just doesn't make sense to me, bro.
Go ahead.
And then what does Knox replay?
They signed Kobe White for 3 years.
Yeah, 3 for 74.
So would you entertain moving Miles Bridges, having just drafted Hans Steinbach, or a guard?
A guard? No, I don't think they need it. I don't think the Hornets need a guard.
Because if you had Nas Reed and Miles Bridges is not going to be able to play, and they just drafted a big in the lottery, so it's like one of them.
That's 3-4.
Miles Bridges is gone in my opinion.
Miles Bridges has to be gone. But like, I don't think they need a guard. Like, don't get me wrong. I know what LaMelo is. I know you're like Christian Anderson not going to come out the gate and be LaMelo. But I think we saw what Khan is able to do. And I really believe in Christian Anderson's ability because I saw the way he had been hooping at Texas Tech, bro.
Would you give up at 2033 unprotected, Miles Bridges, and let's say one of them pick swaps for Ja.
Yes, if I'm Charlotte, yes.
No.
If I'm Charlotte,
no,
for
because
sure.
you just traded a injury-riddled point guard, and you're going to go get another one. And he has more off the court trouble than LaMelo. And
it's like, how does Ja fit in that offense?
Though? I was about to say,
Ja can't, because Ja also can't really play off ball like that. And he's a guy where in his best season, where he flourished most was he had a ball in his hands and he had a high pick and roll, they did run a bunch of high pick and rolls for his athleticism so he can go downhill. How does he fit in that with Charlotte? Like.
And then one thing like LaMelo is good at is like he's a great passer. I don't think he's on the same level as Ja. You know what I'm saying? Like Ja's not on the same level as LaMelo. Like it's just like again, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think like if you still want that like run and gun, put up as many threes and shots as possible, you got that with Christian Anderson and Kobe White. It's just like I just don't think they're lead point guards. Like I don't think you have a point guard. I don't think you have a point guard on the team. Unless you want Khan to be your point forward.
No.
Well, we're not gonna act
they gotta be pushing all the chips in on Kobe White really being able to expand. We saw how he played in the play-in and stuff. You gotta hope that he can really sustain that, and then hope that Khan turns into like all-star, Brandon Miller all-star. Naz Reid probably graduates to like a borderline all-star, and then you just live with that.
I mean, I think a good amount of them is banking on Khan's leap and Christian Anderson developing into something, and also like Brandon Miller also probably taking another leap. I don't know how I feel about Brandon Miller taking another leap, especially with his injury issues. But Khan, I'm not mad at that because we just saw the season he just had. But I don't know, bro. I think last year we saw the Hornets, because it's like also you look at the long-term thing for this, right? Like the Hornets were in the play-in last year. Okay, cool. They probably make the playoffs this year if they have LaMelo, but like at some point you might hit a ceiling, and you already drafted Christian Anderson. I really like Christian Anderson, and I believe in his potential as a lead guard, and he comes with a lot less drama than LaMelo. So I think in like 2 or 3 years, bro, this Charlotte Hornets team is gonna be nice, bro. And I really think Christian Anderson can be the lead guard for this team, bro.
Okay, what are your give me like a baseline floor and a ceiling for like what you think, or floor and a ceiling for what you think he could be. Like
who, Christian?
Do you think that
floor? I mean, I think bare minimum he's going to be like, I think bare minimum at his floor, he's still going to be somebody who's a sound decision maker, who's going to be really effective in the pick and roll. I think that is something he's going to be able to do, and he's going to be a decent shooter. High level, I could see somebody like, I hate to use him, but he's the first person that came to mind. Kind of like a more aggressive, and when it comes to like scoring, Tyrese Halliburton. Somebody who's very effective in pick and roll, very effective at getting the ball to his teammates, very effective at doing stuff. That's like a ceiling.
Anderson is not the playmaker.
I said that was the ceiling.
I don't even think that's the ceiling. They're not the same player.
I said more aggressive scoring, but not as much as playing. But if you want to talk about a play style, Tyrese Halliburton.
I would rather you say like Jamal Murray or something like that more than.
I'm not really a believer in Christian Anderson. I'm not really a believer in Texas Tech products. So I'm sorry.
You still traumatized. I am.
Jared Culver.
Yeah, I'm traumatized from Jared Culver too. I ain't gonna fake.
Remember, my thing is like.
But Christian Anderson don't look like Jared Culver though. His film don't look like Christian.
My thing is you had a real point guard on the board, and you just let him go to 22. That's another time. That's the.
Oh, LeBaron.
Yeah, like. LeBaron was ranked higher than Christian Anderson. I feel like on every board,
but I don't think
he's a real point guard.
But I'll follow both of them. But like, I don't think the gap is that big between them. I saw what Christian Anderson was doing at Texas Tech this year, especially in that comeback victory against Duke. I'm telling you, watch the film, bro.
Bro, that's one game.
Nigga, I feel like that's his best game.
It's two separate debates, though. It's like the first one is that yes, LeBaron Philon is definitely better than Christian Anderson, was better than him the whole year. I think that it's a sizable gap. Literally up until the draft, that was like the notion that he was the fourth best guard or whatever. But this LeBaron 2A, 2B stuff has to stop.
Well, no,
Like,
when he explained it though, it makes sense though. When he explained it though, it makes sense because it was really just like DP is technically as one, but DP is just like far and away the best.
I don't even count him. Like I'm gonna go. Who is the first guard? Okay, Michael and Acuff are definitely above him, and I would probably take Burries over him.
No.
That's just
I'm not taking Burries over him,
bro. I'm not giving you all that.
I'm not taking Burries over him.
Took his team to the Final Four on like 16 and good.
He had the best. He had the best. Damn near the best team in the country. What are we talking about?
16 and good defense.
Bro, look, Braden Burries is the safer option. But Braden Burries is the safer option. But like
Kingston Flemings is better than Barron.
No,
sure.
No. And I fuck with Kingston.
I'm actually not high on Kingston. I'm not high on Kingston Flemings at all.
I can see why, but no, like LeBaron Fileline, like the thing. First of all, LeBaron went band for band with Darius Acuff. Like I ain't on cap. I watched that game when I don't know how many LeBaron had. I think he had like 40 some. I know Acuff. He had 30.
Yeah, like 35.
And Acuff had like 50 or something like that. Bro, like it was crazy. But I also saw the way LeBaron like. I don't want to say he carried that team, but he carried a lot of the offensive load for that team, especially at a certain point. He was the main ball handler for Alabama in the game, especially in the tournament.
Draft now?
Are
we going to talk about his Giannis trade?
We can talk about the Giannis trade. It didn't really much to say with the Giannis trade for me. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, I think that's my main thing with them.
It was Miami all the way until probably like the last month, and like other teams got into like Boston. I think Boston and Jaylen Brown are real shitty right now because
Jaylen Brown gone.
He's gone.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
I just don't know where at.
But yeah, that's the only thing. It's like okay, he's gone. That's my only thing about it. It's like where does he go? Like, and what like
Detroit don't sound too bad.
You said you don't think he should leave?
But what did Detroit
I feel like
give
if
up
you're
for?
the Celtics, bro, you have to understand you've been to the finals with this core 2 times in 3 years or whatever, and it's like just because he's unhappy at the moment, I don't like he wasn't unhappy when he won Finals MVP, but you could argue that he was unhappy in the years leading up to that. And I feel like they were unhealthy. He just had the best year of his career. You got to at least give it a shot. I think that the front office has done a bad job with like managing this, letting it be public. You know, the super weak trade comes out that they basically were giving him up for peanuts, like for Giannis and stuff like that. Like that's going to hurt his ego. The Stephen A stuff, like it's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, when it comes to hooping, bro, if that team has 60 wins, and they're the 1 seed and they're rolling through the playoffs and they beat the Knicks or whoever and look like they're about to go back to the finals, nobody's going to care about this. It's not like it's a bad fit. It's not like he's just a super locker room cancer, things like that. I feel like they'll be cool. Or at least you could hold off on it until the All-Star break or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hear that, and there is like definitely a world where Jaylen Brown just swallows his pride and just comes back to the Celtics and they run it back because they're still,
probably will happen.
The best. Yeah, it probably will happen. But I was watching Jeff Teague talk about it. Like we know Jaylen Brown definitely he's not like a quiet superstar. If he takes offense to something, he's gonna like let it be known. And just knowing from what we see how Jaylen Brown acts and reacts to things, he probably takes offense to this. Like if I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm taking offense to it, bro. I just won Finals MVP a couple of years ago. I just was playing MVP level basketball. NBA. Yeah, I was playing MVP level basketball and keeping this in a year where going into the year we thought that the Celtics were going to tank this past year, and he kept their head above water going all the way into the playoffs. Yeah, they lost to the Sixers in the first round, but he kept their head above water as the second seed the entire year. That deserves some credit, some credibility. Y'all just paid me not that long ago, like. If I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm feeling some type of way because this past year especially I've proved my value to this team over the past couple of years, winning Finals MVP and leading this team dolo with no Jason Tatum for the majority of the year. So
I'm a Jaylen Brown fan. Like I really like Jaylen Brown, but like at the same time, I think Jaylen Brown has to understand like you were in trade conversations for KD and Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Like. You feel me? Like
no, that was my main thing because even when the whole Giannis thing was coming out, it was a report that came out that said yeah, the Celtics don't want to trade Jaylen Brown for anything else. It's literally just Giannis. Like, they will trade him in the Giannis thing. So, like, I understand his frustration, especially for a guy like Jaylen Brown, who is honestly for a good amount of his career been kind of disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Prior to this season, like even up to this season, because I was one of the niggas who was doubting him up coming into this season. I'm like, how can he handle?
I know he was gonna get bucks.
How can he handle that like first option type of pressure and attention you're gonna get from defenses? The final MVP was a fluke. Like
you're a hater.
It was a lot of things. I didn't say that shit. This is what the media, nigga. I'm talking about what people were saying.
Oh, okay.
Like Matt calling Tyson a hater is crazy. Bro.
Listen, we ignore it. We don't ignore that shit, nigga. Okay.
Anyways, true.
All right. Anyways, we got a graphic that in this nigga life right now. So, anyways, bro. So yeah, like he had dealt with so much stuff, and so like it kind of hurts, like when somebody like. It's like, oh yeah, like we fuck with you, but we have no issue trading you. But Jaylen Brown does have to look in the mirror and realize, like, it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is one of some would argue the best player in the world. But most have him in that top 5, top 3 range at bare minimum. So
speaking of Giannis, you get traded to Miami, and so now like. Does that put Miami in a championship conversation for y'all? Because it doesn't for me.
No,
not this season.
They have no bench.
I disagree. I feel like Giannis is one of them players that wherever he's at has to be in some sort of contention conversation. But
I'm not mad that he's been in contention.
I'm not necessarily like impressed with the squad, but I think just because you have him, you give him some quality players. You give him Bam. Norman Powell may step up, things like that. You gotta at least give him a chance.
They gotta resign Norman Powell.
But like they also don't have a guard though. I think like when Giannis has been his best, he's had a point guard. They don't have a point. Davion Mitchell is not a starting point guard on the championship team. He's a great piece off the bench. You think Davion Mitchell is a starting point guard on the championship team?
I was there for Baylor, so I have to
stay.
This ain't the same nigga, bro.
6 years ago?
Not the same nigga, bro.
I said I gotta stay out of it. It's
bro,
okay.
The Heat are like a I had y'all niggas shook though type team, bro. Like you have Giannis, so you have to be scared of these niggas, bro. Like off strength, you have to be scared of any of Giannis and Bam. Especially defensively, like Giannis, Bam, and Andrew Wiggins, like that defense is gonna be crazy. Especially you have Davion Mitchell, and if they're able to get like who knows at that shooting guard spot, okay, cool. Just based off of that, you have to be scared of them. But
where's the?
And that's where my point comes in of where I don't see them as contenders because they don't have any firepower offensively, and we just saw with the Houston Rockets, they don't have a guard. And you need a point guard who really knows who really have that feel and awareness in the game to be able to slow it down, set people up, and make life easier for everybody else. We saw that damn near with the San Antonio Spurs, and they didn't have De'Aaron Fox in the first 2 games in the Western Conference Finals. Like we've seen what happens when you don't have a lead guard who is able to be out there and like be a lead guard, and he don't have that. So I don't see them as championship contenders. They'll get some teams to run for their money. They good for pushing Knicks, Celtics, whoever else, the Pistons, if they are able to get like whoever, they can push them to probably like 6 or 7.
Their defense gonna be nice.
I think with like this trade, I still don't like they're 4 at best for me in the East. You're not even
who's over them?
I have the Knicks, Celtics, and I have the Pistons.
Okay. Okay,
yeah,
especially if the Pistons add like a Kawhi or something like that.
Personally, I don't feel like I don't really buy into the seeding as much as most people. I feel like if you're a 4 and you're evenly matched with the 1, you could just advance.
But I think he's talking about in terms of like the best teams in the East, though.
Yeah, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, more like a power ranking type stuff.
Yeah, like it's just top teams.
No, yeah, I don't think that they're anywhere close to the first team with the squad that they have right now, just because they have Giannis.
And my thing is like when you trade for a player like Giannis, you should I feel like you should jump in the top 1 or 2 spots, at least in your conference, and if not overall. So for you to not, for there to be a consensus out of us 4 of that, they're not even a top 2 team in their conference. Like,
but I'm not.
There's no way they could be a championship contender.
I ain't gonna deny that.
With Giannis, you always have a chance, but like the team is just still not good. Like they gotta resign Norman Powell. They don't have. They need a bench and they need
Gotta
a
give
point
him a
guard.
bag.
The one thing I do trust is Spo. I do trust that. Like, I think that Eric
Dang.
Spoelstra can like make some magic. He's been one of, if not the best coach in basketball for a while now, and I think that he can like he's made magic with nothing. We've seen him make magic with nothing. So he has Giannis now. He has one of the best players. That's where my only silver lining is when it comes to like, okay, this team might be able to do something. Is that they do have a bare minimum top 3 coach in basketball.
Best coach in basketball.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I think that Spo can make some magic, but from a roster construction standpoint, yeah, like I'm in 100% agreement with y'all.
So on the Milwaukee side, like, do y'all think they got a good
over?
Good enough?
Okay, but okay. Here's what you have to realize. Right? It's not always about the return, because honestly,
it is
whatever. It's not, because for a guy like Giannis, nobody was going to give up that much for Giannis. Nobody was going to. That was the main reason why that trade took so long, because it's like, oh, niggas asked for too much.
No,
and rightfully so.
Because that nigga was being pussy, and then when they made that he wanted.
No, facts. But another reason that came out was how much they were asking for. It was like, well, if we got to merge our whole goddamn roster to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, what's the point of getting Giannis? Like, we ain't gonna have nothing to pair him with.
I think they did a good job at getting as much as they could. I think that Hero will end up. He's back home. I would take him to have a career year. Honestly, I feel like
he's on trade block.
Nothing else to do out there.
25 a night for sure for Hero.
But Hero might go too. But here's the main thing with the Bucks why I like this trade.
There's no way he's on a trade block. You know how long Miami's been trying to trade Tyler Hero? Nobody wants Tyler Hero.
Shit. Well, Detroit wants his ass. I'll tell you that much.
There.
Like there are teams out there who will take Tyler Hero. So like I think they're looking to move off him. And I think the main thing for the Bucks isn't okay. It's like, yeah, we want to maximize Giannis, but this move tells me, especially with them hiring Taylor Jenkins as well, hey, we're trying to rebuild. We know we're not that good. Sure. We not really like that. We're trying to be young. We got Ryan Rollins. I forgot who they just drafted. But
Braden Berries.
Yeah, they got Braden Berries. Like
that second pick is dirt. But
they are all in on like this young movement, and just like now they know where they're going. With Giannis, is like, oh, okay, we still kind of got to contend because we got Giannis, and Giannis is good. But now it's like, we don't got no Giannis. We don't got nobody, bro. We got Kasparis. We got Braden Berries. We have young.
Still on the team.
We got young guys on this team, and we know that we're just trying to develop them. We got the young coach who's good with young players. You got Khalil Ware too. Like, you have young players who you can develop. You have a young coach who's good at developing young players, and we saw the success he had in Memphis. I like this move for the Bucks because it gives them a clear direction of what they want to do.
I agree with that. I think that it lowers where you probably were. You're going to sell a lot less tickets, but in the long run, it'll be good. And I think that it's the best possible outcome because I think Charlotte just gave up their franchise player for a lot less. So
that's true.
Fair point.
I mean, I like for Giannis to want to go to Miami, and everybody knows he wants to go to Miami. Like, I think you got.
No, he wanted to be in Milwaukee. He just didn't want to play for the Bucks.
Exactly, niggas. That's a lame nigga, Jay. That's a lame nigga.
Hey, no. I was on Twitter and I seen that shit. I said, "What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Is this nigga about to play for Whitewater? Like, is that what this nigga about to play for, bro?"
That shit was. But now, like, I think. Because, like, we just got done talking about how we don't like the depth of Miami and that they really don't have anything outside of, like, Giannis, Bam, and maybe Norman Powell if he resigns.
Bobby Portis, let's go.
And that's because...
No, Bobby Portis was
and that's because they gave it to Milwaukee.
Oh, my fault.
So, like, Khalil Ware is a promising big. I just don't think it was a good fit for Spo in Miami. But you can't, like, he's a talented big. Jaime Jaquez was just like what, second and $6 million a year or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he's cool.
Yakin Chonis was promising in the second half of the season. And then you got Tyler Hero, and like I think Tyler Hero could be a trade piece. He could hoop for them, like
him being back home, he's gonna hoop. Like, hot take.
Bro, look, he hoop, he raised that trade value. Trade deadline come up. Bam.
And then you got Braden Berries, who will, like, he will be a good player. Like, he will be a good player. I wish he went to like maybe a better team who like maybe been on the cusp of like trying to fight for a play-in or you know what I'm saying? Because the Bucks are going to be dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's just going to be playing. He's going to be a really good player on a bad team. But then you also have that boomer bust player in Onnat who like he can possibly go off. He can possibly go be KD, or he can fuck around and go be Kevin Knox.
No,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that
like,
nigga, hey, Jared Culver, nigga, ain't that who we just talking about?
It's really no in between.
Possibly,
you know what I'm saying?
No, it's like
safety.
He's maybe Jabari Smith and then maybe Kevin Knox. Like that's where it caps out.
Nigga,
if he's Jabari Smith, I think they're happy.
Oh, I would agree, but it's no KD. We gotta drop the KD.
Like, I mean, he's 6'10" and can dribble. That's the comparison for everybody who's 6'10" and can dribble.
No, that nigga he can barely dribble. That nigga can barely dribble. Like,
bro, trust me, I don't think he will ever touch KD. I'm just saying, like, that's the boomer bust. Like, they can, you know what I'm saying? They can wake up one day and he might have a 25-point game and it looks real KD.
His best needs to be like the best he could be is like Rashard Lewis. I promise you. Other than that, bro, he's going to be weak. Like he just needs to be able to defend and hit open threes.
No, I don't like his. I did not like his game.
Like that nigga at all, bro. I didn't like that nigga at all.
Like he be on some lame shit, bro. Like I know y'all was peeping the pre-draft shit. Nigga has his eyebrows up and shit. Like
nah, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like that's the first time I think like niggas have consensus like just not like the nigga, and it's like valid. Like he just doesn't. It just gives like he's about to be shit in the league, bro.
Yeah, cause like, bro, you watch him at Tennessee, and it's like okay, you hear everything you heard about him, you watch, and you are like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about?
Exactly.
Like,
and look, he had a really good game against Kentucky, and I was impressed. But even at that,
I mean, but it's Kentucky though.
15
like Kentucky sucks.
Games.
I think
it was like 15 of his other games he played dirt, and he can't put the ball on the floor. He began putting the rim defensively. He can't finish. Like he just has a lot of like.
The only thing he's good at, the only thing he's good at is he can get to the free throw line. He can get to the free throw line. I didn't see him have 15, 16-point games, and he got 10 of them at the free throw line.
Yeah, you're not getting. You're not getting that whistle in the league
because he's also so skinny, bro.
In college, one thing I can say positively about Nathan Mint is like he knows how he can get to the free throw line. I don't like him as a prospect. I didn't like him as a prospect in Tennessee. I didn't like him when the draft started. I didn't like it after the draft.
I didn't even see it, like pre-draft. That nigga was getting like top 5 hype. Like I'm no,
like beginning of the year, like he was in a lot of people's top 5, top 8. And then he shot back up. Like this nigga was at like 20 or something and started to creep back up.
Yeah, because he played against what team you said? Kentucky?
It's just the potential. It's the potential aspect. That's all it is. And like maybe the Bucks feel like because they developed Giannis, they can develop Nathan Mint. So I mean, hey, like I said,
well, they ain't got Jason Kidd or Sean Sweeney on that staff no more.
Like,
but I mean, but to be fair, they have. Okay, here's the thing though. Like to play devil's advocate, like you have Taylor Jenkins. I don't know who he filled out with his staff there. So like you have guys there who I'm sure are pretty good at developing young players, but like that applies to me for like a Braden Burries, a Khalil Ware, a Kasparis, a Hamiakis. But Nate Mint, oh nah, bro, you asking that nigga to the dungeon or some shit, bro.
Nah, he for sure would be in the G.
Nate to the gulag for sure.
He for sure
gotta be in the G. He just doesn't like that's why I say like a lot of the things. It's like literally, bro. Like if you told me, if you're like, yeah, there's one player out here like he can shoot, he can dribble, he can da. That nigga would not be my first option. He would not be a nigga I would think, bro. I would pick. Especially when they play. Did they play against Texas in the tournament? Or the Iowa State? I forgot who they played against the tournament. And I remember the game. They was talking about Nathan.
I think they played against Iowa State.
Because is that the game where Joshua Jefferson got injured?
Yeah.
So bro, people are talking about like he has been struggling, he's been doing this, he's been doing that, and they lost because Iowa State. It was Iowa State because Iowa State boxed him the fuck up, and he wasn't able to do anything. He wasn't even been guarded by somebody who was his same size.
He went out there and was getting like hoed by Michigan.
Oh yes,
I remember
bro.
that.
Yeah, that nigga was.
But it's the same thing though. Like he went up against Yaxel. They gave him a bigger front court, and like he's just out there looking lost. And he plays soft. That's like the number one thing that I really hate is like somebody who's tall like that. They have no control over their body, and as soon as you put a body on him, like his whole game just disappears immediately. So I don't feel like it'll slide in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't like him as a prospect, but I mean I understand why they took him, like because like it's just I think as an average fan, like the average NBA fan, the average fan of a team can like be like, oh, we have this 6'10" player who, you know what I'm saying, has a chance of being good. Like it's something you can sell to an average fan. So I understand the pick. You took a safe player at Braden Berries at 10, and then at 13 you try to, you know, swing to the fences and try to land on grass, you know.
Cowball.
He ain't landing on the stars. He's not landing on the stars. And if he ends up becoming an all-star player, I will come on here and I will say I was wrong and apologize.
Shake your ass.
I just come on. Hey, bro, we might go ahead and call it a wrap, bro. Cause like, bro, come on, bro.
All right, but before we get too deep into the draft, I did want to talk about a couple other things. Julius Randle got traded. Anyone want to talk about that?
Salary dump.
Yeah, Adam, your boy.
Oh, he is on Brooklyn. I forgot.
Your boy.
Adam, I'm very curious as to how you feel Brooklyn, about this, because honestly and truthfully, I don't hate this with the new draft rules.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't either.
I feel like you gotta try to be competitive now because Adam Silver is punishing people for tanking. And I think it's a step to try to be competitive. We still have a max slot, which I think is important in this whole thing. But, like, it's at least watchable. Like, the Nets were unwatchable last year. They would be playing 6 to 8 G League guys some nights. I don't think you're going to get that now. Mikel's going to be able to give people a new boost. Yegor played really well last year, in my opinion. And then the front court is going to be Julius, MPJ, and then Dayron, or if we're able to get Jalen Duren or somebody like that. And so it'll at least
give it exciting. Jalen Duren is not going to Brooklyn, but
y'all also don't own y'all own first round pick next year. So like
so we actually can be bad. Like there's nothing for being bad at all because I think the Rockets have it.
Brooklyn, get it out the Nets. Let's go.
Hey,
bro, I think it's at least
Duren not going to Brooklyn, gang.
Oh, watch. We finna just overpay him. Like, Detroit's not going to want to match it. I promise you.
I mean, yeah, because, like, their first option was AR-15, and he re-signed for a bag. So, like,
185.
They really have nobody else to give the money to.
Actually, we started talking about that one.
You want to overpay Walker Kessler. I don't know how y'all feel about him. I'm a big Walker Kessler.
I like Walker, but his ass is fucking tweaking. I don't know who the fuck that nigga think he is, but this nigga over here, the Utah offered him a nice old deal, and his agents was like, we want X amount of money. Who the fuck?
Yeah, and this nigga just get it. Brooklyn's gonna give it to him. My thing is though, like, I don't like Walker Kessler on a rebuild team. Valid. He is a contending
win now
player.
I agree. But I think he's nice, though, for real. Like, I think people be sleeping on Walker Kessler because he's been on the rebuilding Jazz and he doesn't necessarily elevate them. But I think that he could definitely push your team up. And I think that if you have a front court of Porter Jr., Julius, and him, like, I feel like it's a lot of boards. I feel like it's at least some sort of good defense, things like that. And then you just have to hope that Mikel is the best guard in the draft, which is what the front office feels like. So
I will say, like, it was a point in time where Julius Randle went to the Knicks and the Knicks were shit, and he kind of got them started into what they are today. So maybe, you know, Julius Randle can go be the franchise savior for the Brooklyn Nets too. You know,
let's go.
That's so fucking nasty.
Let's go.
All right, that's so nasty. So now we can kind of get into extension talk. Trae Young got extended, and Austin Reeves got extended.
Hey,
what's up?
That Trae Young one is crazy.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
think so. Y'all, none of y'all think so?
I don't think so.
I feel like it was $5 more mil than what he was going to get. That's why I don't think that it was crazy.
No, my thing is like, okay, so he declined to $49 million, right? There was no way in hell that I thought he was getting more than more than that on a re-sign. I don't think anybody would have paid him that amount of money if he went anywhere else.
And
so my thing is, and then you gave him a player option.
Honestly,
you gave him a player option on the back end of it.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So my thing is, if nobody else is going to give him that contract, why would the Wizards be the team to give him that contract?
Bruh. I would say to just allow to take the pressure off your number one.
Bruh.
What you mean?
I'm
not saying don't bring him back, but what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure you could have got him for less. Or if you told Trae Young go get that $50 million somewhere else, and if you go get that, we'll give it to you, cool. But I 100% agree that he would not have got that $50 million anywhere else. Nobody was paying him $50 million a year.
But here's the thing, though. Trae Young wanted to come to DC, and when he got here, we told him we were going to take care of him. We took care of him. I think there is some value in taking care of your star players, especially a guy like Trae Young, who has the ability to we just talked about what LaMelo was able to do for the Hornets. He has that same type of ability. We saw him do it in Atlanta.
He only played a handful of games for y'all.
Facts.
You don't know if he's that all-star point guard that he was in Atlanta.
For sure. You have to take that risk. I mean, I think he still is, but you have to take that risk. But we're also putting pieces around him to allow him to be able to flourish. Like, it's not just Trae Young and whatever the fuck he had in Atlanta, where it's John Collins and then Jalen Johnson. No, you have Trae Young.
Hey, don't sleep. Atlanta was in the playoffs.
Atlanta was nice, but it's like he has better supporting pieces. He didn't have no Alex Sarr when he was there. He didn't have no AJ Diabonsa when he was there.
Jalen Johnson was an all-star, brother.
What year?
Shout out my boy O.
What year?
This year.
Nigga, Trae Young barely played this year.
I'm actually not even gonna let y'all do this. The team that he has now with the Wizards is way better than the infrastructure.
Like, what are we even talking about?
No. The team he has for the Wizards is definitely better set up.
And that's if AD stays, because I'm really not including AD because I fake think he like halfway out this bitch. But like, if he stays, and it's like even better. And I personally also do believe that all-star version of Trae Young that we saw, he's gonna have an off season to get healthy. He was able to kind of rehab and get all his stuff together. I feel like his mental is definitely going to be better because he's somewhere he wanted to be. He's somewhere where the people want him there, not just the fans, but also the front office. He's going to have to hear noise because he's Trae Young, but like, I have faith in Trae Young as my franchise point guard to be able to still be the type of guy he was a couple years ago. And if he doesn't, well, my nigga, we just got AJ fucking Diabonsa. You don't even have to overly pop it like how he used to have to back in the years in Atlanta, where people were talking about he might be MVP and all this shit with a high ass usage rate because he can't play off ball. He doesn't have to do that no more.
My thing is though, like, you're okay with him being cool, but like,
we have AJ Diabonsa. I don't give a fuck.
But nigga, when you're making $50 million, you just can't be cool. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Here's the issue. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And let me tell you why. Because I feel like money's important, but money just because somebody makes X amount of money, and I hate the fact that in all levels of sports they do this shit. That just because somebody makes X amount of money, that you have to play them X amount of times. That's how we get De'Aaron Fox in the fucking finals playing over Dylan fucking Harper. That's how shit like that happens.
Bro, no.
I have to agree with Tyson, especially now with Trae Young, because Trae Young is basically on his team he's at least, Tyson, you know your team better than I do, but he's on this team to basically run this squad, as the guy who has the basic.
He's the second fiddle. He's the veteran. He's the second fiddle to AJ Diabonsa.
So, and like you said, according to y'all, they said that DC was going to take care of him, and they did that. So I think that Trae Young is going to be more motivated because he's going to have the number one pick beside him now. He's going to have Alex Sarr, who's been developing. We don't know if he's going to have AD, but if they do have AD, that's a cold lineup. If they have AD, Trae, AJ, and Alex Sarr, he's going to be motivated.
And Keyshawn and Trae Johnson coming off the bench, and he has a defensive guard in Bilal Kuba. Come on, what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about,
I believe in Trae for sure.
You need to eat up for y'all to be a 10 seed in the play-in. Chill out.
Yawn. Anyways, what you say, Alden?
I said you believe in Bilal or what?
Kind of in between them, Bilal. I ain't gonna cap.
How? He's been in the league for what, 3 years now? 4 years?
He has, but it's like,
bruh. A good defender.
He's a phenomenal defender. But like, I don't cap. He kind of got me with the Kool-Aid, bro. At the end of last season, that nigga was hooping, bro. He was hooping.
That shit is dead. You just gave Trae Young $50 million. You just got AJ. Keyshawn George is gonna get more. It's dead. That offensive game shit is over with.
I mean, for sure, but we're not looking at him to have that same type of offensive load. But if he's shown the ability to be able to actually use his athleticism and maybe develop a little bit of shooting as well, which is part of the reason why I was kind of ecstatic as to I ain't gonna say run, but like some of those games they had the end of last season, bro, hell yeah. Like, what are we talking about? Nigga, I don't want this nigga to be Trae Young. Why? We have Trae Young, nigga. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Bro, y'all could have, bro. Y'all wanted to take care of him. Y'all could have gave him 38 mil, bro, and called it a day. But 50 is crazy.
No, that's fucking insane, nigga.
No way. You would have actually to the phone.
No, dead. Like,
bro,
what the fuck are we talking about?
38, 40. So he would have left at 40 M's.
Yes.
I don't think, bro. I don't think it's that crazy. Like, what? Yeah, he was just
nobody was giving him more than 49 in free agency, unless there was Brooklyn because Brooklyn got cap space.
I think they are because you always have to account for inflation. So that 54 in 4 years is not going to
be as much.
Like, nigga, the cap is going to grow. The cap is going to, like, this shit happens. It happens all across sports. The cap grows. Yeah, like, the cap grows. Of course, the players, they get some boost with their cap. Like, when the cap grows as well, like, their shit's going to increase a little bit. But, like, I'm not worried about it. And the player option at the end, I mean, bro, like, we're taking care of him. And I think there is real value in having a guy who wants to be there and you following up on your promise. And now Trae Young got a chip on his shoulder, okay? They said they were going to take care of you. And even in the games he played, he looked like pretty decent. You could definitely tell he was still trying to get back used to like NBA speed, basketball, rehabbing from injury, all this stuff. He looked pretty decent, but now it's like, okay, shit, like, I'm Trae Young. I have a chip on my shoulder. They done took care of me. Now I got to go out here and prove, like, I'm worth this bread. And, like, I mean, for what I saw with Trae Young when he was in Atlanta, shit, I'll take that risk for sure. It's a risk, but I'll take it.
I believe in Trae, for sure. I definitely believe in Trae.
They don't need him to be a
defensive stopper.
You
know what I'm saying?
I like Trae in Washington. I just don't like the contract.
Ice Trader gang. Ice Trader gang.
So what about AR back to LA? Sorry, Adam, like, you couldn't get your savior. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get him to Brooklyn.
A lot of Lakers fans are actually, like, a lot of Lakers fans from what I've been talking to have like actually been split on that. Like, on the one hand, like, yeah, they got their second scorer back, but on the other hand, bro, they gave AR almost 200.
Bro, if you feel like that, in my opinion, it's one of those things. Like, I know how much you know ball, depending on how you feel about this. Like, if you feel like that's just a horrible deal, like, I just don't think.
I don't think it's horrible.
Okay,
like,
wait. Yeah, how much he got? 185.
185 for 4 years.
He was getting like 33 without Luka on the floor.
Hold up. Well, no, you can go ahead, Jay. You can go ahead,
Jay. I was gonna say that I don't necessarily think that it's an awful deal because, like Adam said, like, if you don't re-sign Austin Reeves, Luka is out there with an old Bron potentially, and Bron might not even be there. He's out there with an old Bron and a bunch of tomato cans. Like, you got Luka playing with nobody. But at the same time, I don't think that it relatively moves the needle for the Lakers. I think the Lakers are just basically stuck in limbo for however long that, like, Bron is on the team. And I hate saying that about Bron because, like, I got Bron as my GOAT, but at the same time, like they're just stuck in basically in that perpetual limbo. Yeah, Luka's gonna get his if he's healthy. Austin Reeves if he's healthy, of course. But at the same time, like, the Lakers really didn't have much other choice. It was either pay Austin Reeves or let him get paid somewhere else. And if I'm the Lakers, I would rather just pay Austin Reeves. He's gotten better and better and better every single year. I know a lot of Lakers fans were kind of disappointed with him in the playoffs, but he was coming off of injury. I'm not really gonna put that on him. But, like, it's really one of those deals where, like, I don't hate it, but there's nothing else for the Lakers to do. But it's not gonna move the needle for them. They're stuck in limbo.
Here are some guys who are around that, like, he's making 46 M's a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here's some dudes around there. You got Zach LaVine with 48. You got Lauri Markkanen with 46. Domantas Sabonis with 45. OG Anunoby with 42. Darius Garland with 42. Bam is making 50. De'Aaron Fox is making 51. Donovan Mitchell is getting 50. Jamal Murray is getting 50. Trae Young, he just got his 49. Who else? You got John Morant making 42. Zion's making 42. Scotty Barnes making 41. Franz Wagner's making 41. Chet's making 41. J-Dub is making 41. Michael Porter Jr. is making 40. I think when you look at it like that, I think he's in pretty good company. Yeah. Like when you look at the value compared to people who are making that type of bread, like I think that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And especially like with a guy like Reeves, you have to bring Reeves back. You have to bring Reeves back. He's a young guy and he literally had all the leverage. Luka seems to like him, and I mean he's the future. Him and Luka are the future for the Lakers, whether you want to accept it or not. Like that just is what it is.
I don't think you resign him without Luka's approval. I think if Luka was like, "Go get me Jalen Duren," you let AR walk and go get Jalen Duren.
Definitely.
Like Luka is your future. You know what I'm saying? Like Luka is LA.
He's your everything.
So, like, exactly. So obviously Luka wanted AR on the team, and I just also think like you had no other option but to resign AR-15. Like LeBron is retiring within the next 2 years. Definitely. He will not be.
We've been saying this for like 3 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he milking this shit, but he's gonna, bro. I know LeBron. Listen, this nigga LeBron, he's gonna post some dramatic shit just so he can get his retirement tour. I know he is.
I'm catching the Bron game next year. I'm catching the Bron game next year.
Let's do it, Matt.
I'm catching a Bron game and I'm catching a Russell Westbrook game.
Let's do it, Matt. Let's do it. Let's catch a Bron game.
Bet.
Let's catch a Bron game.
When they play in Atlanta.
Bet.
We get the tickets.
Let's do it.
Bet.
I got a Merch station right by my crib.
But nah, like real talk, I think they had no choice to bring him back. Like what Jay said, he was coming off an injury in the playoffs last year. That like, I think if he decided not to even play, like, you feel what I'm saying, he didn't have to. He chose to go out there and play, and they lost to a better team. Like I remember
they were going to lose regardless.
I remember when they lost. Niggas was telling me LeBron's legacy was hurt because he got sweat.
Nigga, no, the niggas you was talking to were Josh's kids. That's why that.
No, it was my pro fights and my chapter brothers. Them niggas are fucking jackets.
No, I remember you saying that. Yeah, that like I've never understood, especially at this point in LeBron James' career, anything like diminishing his legacy at this point. There's nothing LeBron James can do to diminish his legacy. He's 41.
Like my LeBron Ramon James, like don't ever talk about my nigga like that for real. Cause I really get active like that over LeBron for real. Like LeBron, like he mean a lot. He means so. Oh, I get so emotional. Like he means so much to me. Like,
hey, bro, Tyson, mute yourself real quick. Like I said, I think the Lakers can look at that Mavs team where they had Kyrie and Luka and see that like two offensive guards, it works. It just depends.
And Reeves can play off the ball.
Yeah, it just seems how it just depends on what you build around them. I think once LeBron does decide to hang it up or he leaves, they'll have a lot more flexibility to build the team around Luka and Austin Reeves. They need a big. DeAndre Ayton is not that. The kind of like he damn near don't even need to be in the league no more. I think Jackson Hayes is the kind of big that you need, but Jackson Hayes is just not.
He's just not good enough.
He's not good enough.
He's like the archetype, but like he don't play shit like the big.
He's not. Yeah, he's not a starting big. He's not a starting
good wings. I think. Everybody. I think we get in draft talk after this. I think Cam Carr is a great draft pick.
For sure.
I think he fits perfectly. I think he fits perfectly beside AR and Luka Doncic, and he's exactly who is the kind of player they need. He reminds me a little bit of Derrick Jones. He's not as tall, but he has the wingspan. Super athletic.
His athleticism is fucking crazy. His shit's nuts.
And then if anything, he will be a good defender. Yeah. And I think when we saw that Mavs team get to the finals, Derrick Jones was a quality role player for that team. And Cam Carr gives me a little bit of them vibes. So I like it. You had to bring AR back.
I'll say the only thing that concerns me with AR, and we can move to the last thing with NBA news, is AR's like playoff woes. Even though when you look at them, like you kind of dive into and add some context to them, like you can kind of give him some excuses and scapegoat as to why certain things didn't work. But I don't think that's something that can be ignored. Hopefully we can see him look different. It's definitely gonna be different. We have like a Luka and we see this team fully built out, how he can actually play. And we've definitely seen him show up, although maybe not the playoffs, in like very clutch, high intense moments, you know what I'm saying, where like they've needed him to be that guy for them and to bring him home. Like he's done that. But I do think that I can understand where some Lakers fans' hesitancy can come from because it's like, well, shit, like we paying you 46 M's, my nigga, like, and then playoffs come around, you can't be out here shaking ass or nothing like that no more.
Yeah, especially in LA, like they will not let Austin Reeves hear the end of it if he plays even like even this year he was playing hurt, and I still was hearing Lakers fans like talking about how they again like didn't think that they should have re-signed him. And I was like, yeah, bro,
Laker fans also need to come. Laker fans need to also kind of fucking reality. Like you were not winning a championship this year. So
no, for sure.
Whether he was good or not, he could have averaged 40. They probably wasn't winning that series. So like, it generally doesn't matter, bro. Like that's like that's just a whole nother tangent. But like certain fans and certain market bases like blow me because like this shit is just unrealistic.
Jay, you got a new head coach, man.
Yeah, man, we got Dusty Mays, man. First
Adam versus Jay, 100 bars. Let's go.
Hey, look. As a Mavs fan, the last like 2 years have been very hard on me, for sure. Traded our star player, our franchise player, for Anthony Davis, and the nigga's not even on the squad no more. But it's a new era, new coach, new star, new GM. He's coming off a national championship with Michigan, and he just got his boy Morris Johnson Jr. In the draft. Which when he first made the pick, I was definitely very, very shitty because Braden Burrs was right there. He was literally the next pick. And we needed guard play. We needed defensive guard play because as much as I love Kyrie Irving, as he's a cone at this point in his career. Max Christie is a cone at this point in his career. Chris Middleton, cone. Klay Thompson, cone. So we needed guys on the perimeter that could play defense. But the more that I've kind of let the draft sit, because would I have liked Braden Burrs? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna say before you get into the draft, because this is a good segue into the draft. But I'm very curious, like with the way the Mavs are set up and the position and like the direction you guys are going in. How do you feel about Dusty Mays like taking the reins of a team like this and leading them to, eventually wherever y'all need to go?
I don't mind this because we're coming off a 26-win season. Like we was like third from the bottom of the West. Like there's really nowhere to go but up. Look at Adam, just like waiting for his response. But there's really nowhere to go from but up. The main thing that I want to see from Dusty is one, I need to see more development from Coop coming off a Rookie of the Year campaign. I need to see him take that leap into an all NBA level player, for one. And two, just to make sure these guys are playing defense. Make sure these guys are playing defense and really out there hustling. And if we can get to basically play in territory, then I think that Dusty has done his job year one. Because we're not in a position to compete right now. We won't be in a position to compete for another 2-3 years when Cooper's really starting to hit his stride and really starting to really get into his prime. So these are the years where we need to basically iron out who Dusty Mays is. If he can show steady improvement the next year and the next year from play-in to maybe low-end playoff team to middle-of-the-pack playoff team, if that is the trajectory that we can get out of him, great hire. If he's very stagnant in the first 2-3 years, got to move on, find somebody else. Because Jason Kidd isn't a bad coach. He's just not the coach that's going to get us over the hump. Yeah, he's not the coach that's going to get us over the hump. We know he's not going to get. I mean, love you, Jason Kidd, Mavs legend. You got a ring with us, bro. You helped with Coop's development, but at the same time, like we know that he's just not the coach that's going to get us over the hump. So, we're gonna see what the Dusty Mays hire is gonna look like. Like I said, this is a new era in Mavs history. New coach, new GM, new star. So I'm going in with as much of an open mind as I can, and yeah. But like I said, if we can get to that playing territory with Coop reaching All NBA level performance, you go with me, Dusty.
So all right, Adam, you've been over here making faces and stuff, and you are more tapped into the college game than I think like all of us up here. How do you feel about Dusty Mays as a coach?
So like a couple things. I think that
not the draft. We ain't in the draft yet, but just as a coach.
Yeah. I think like I always have something against guys who make the jump from college to the NBA just because it doesn't work out like people always think. I think Larry Brown is the only coach to ever win both at Kansas, and then when he went with the Pistons. Other than that, though, they usually strike out. So, like, I remember John Beeline became the coach of the Cavs and got fired immediately.
Good pull.
Calipari was the coach of the Nets, and it went horribly. Rick Pitino was the coach of the Celtics and went terribly. Billy Donovan, in my opinion, it didn't work out like it was supposed to. I think he's a weak NBA coach. And I think that like his career in the NBA compared to what it is in college, which is 2 national championships.
Hey, Matt didn't like that
performance. Like showed who he was. He was cool, but that this is what I'm saying though. He was cool in the NBA, but in college he could
like
be
the greatest.
Coach K,
he's like the
or
greatest coach
like
of all
Coach K
time.
level. Like
he should have never left Florida.
He's one of the best ever. And he still is, like, nothing to disrespect him. And I think that that's what Dusty May was really like building at Michigan. The fact that they were that good, he assembled the team that quickly. This past year they won, and then the class that he had coming in. I think that a lot of people, because this happens more in college football, a lot of people just get attracted by the bright lights and stuff, say, hey, I could go coach the best players in the world. I think Cooper Flagg is definitely like something that any basketball head would want to like go.
He's very attractive. He's very attractive.
Yeah.
Masai and Dusty went because of Cooper. Like they got their so.
I just don't think that it normally works out, and I think that he's a good basketball coach. I just think that there's something about your style, it never works. Like you're dealing with grown men who are closer in age to you and things like that, but then also people who are paid a lot more and more than you, which is never the case in college. And so like I don't know, all that making people run, all that like college level coaching that works and is successful, it usually just flames out. But I do think that he's a good basketball coach. Like I think he's a good basketball mind. I think he ran an NBA system at Michigan. I'm just not sure about how it necessarily translates when everyone is running an NBA system now in the NBA.
I mean, the thing I was gonna say about Dusty though is the fact that like one of the reasons, you know, why he left or like that came out after, you know, the deal was announced was he was starting to get kind of disgruntled and frustrated with college basketball. I remember a specific excerpt where he's on the phone with a prospect like, yeah, I want to come there, I want to agree to the deal, boom, hang up the phone. Assistant coach is like, hey, we got him. We got the prospect. Like, we batting him. Dusty like, bro, we got to wait what his agent say. Like, we have to wait on his agent to sit up here and make sure the deal is right and everything. And I don't even think the prospect ended up going to Michigan. And stuff like that, occurrences like that were starting to really frustrate Dusty to where he got to a point where he's like, well, even though like a couple months ago that nigga was popping it like he was going to be back in Michigan, he was even saying like my son don't graduate for X amount of years, like I'm going to stay in Michigan. I think that was one of the things that kind of had him frustrated for him to be like, all right, bro, if I got to sit up here and negotiate with folks, I don't even want to negotiate with folks, bro. Like, but if I got to do that, I might as well be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's a fair point on how is his coaching style going to transfer. I think that was my biggest thing. Like, how is your coaching style going to transfer from college to the NBA? How are you going to use a guy like Coop? I mean, we saw what he was able to do with a guy like Yaxel, but Yaxel and Cooper are fundamentally two different players. Like the way you would have to use them, and even with Yaxel, like Yaxel was not the main ball handler on that team. Coop handled the ball a lot on this team, mostly because Kyrie did not play this season. So it's like kind of how you figure out and play with that lineup. But I mean, with a team like the Mavs, this is a very pivotal hire. That's the only, and I don't know how confident I am in hiring Dusty May for a hire that is this pivotal, but it's intriguing. It is intriguing.
It's very intriguing. I'll give it that. And this is the first big move of our new GM, who is the assistant GM for the Trailblazers. So this is basically his chance to really kind of like prove himself, and see if he really knows what he's doing. So, but like I said, it's really this 3-year window is really what Dusty Mays gets.
I mean, I trust Masai Ujiri. Masai Ujiri was the GM for the Raptors when they won their championship team and got Kawhi and all that stuff like that. Found Pascal, developed Pascal Siakam, found Fred VanVleet, developed Fred VanVleet. So, like, player development wise, I think Masai knows what he's doing. He's the one who fired Dwayne Casey, who had came off for Coach of the Year, and then
got
Nick Nurse. So, like, he's not afraid to make certain moves. I think it's a pivotal decision, but at the same time, like the Mavs are a young team. I think they want to get rid of someone. They want to get rid of PJ Washington. They're trying to get rid of Gafford. Like they're proactively trying to get rid of Gafford. And then, like we'll see what they want to do with Kyrie. But they want to build around Coop. So the team is going to be young. I think. It's something about. I said it with the Tiago Splinter, and the Bulls thing. Like having a young coach with a young team where they can grow together, learn together. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just build that whole thing together is something that I value. Yeah, I don't expect Dusty May to come into the league and be the coach of the year candidate and lead them to 50-win season. No, it's going to be different. Like Adam said, like 90% of the time it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's a part of the 10% for Jay, but you know, like somebody got to break that curse. So, hey, I don't like how they started with drafting Moraes Johnson at 9, but
so
it is what it is.
So yeah, I think we can get into the draft talk. We've kind of been edging the folks listening anyway with the draft talk.
One more thing before the draft. I'm sorry, guys.
You about to shout out? You about to shout out Micah?
Yeah.
I was gonna say shout out Micah and we can. I mean, the Trailblazers are a poverty organization. That is all I have to say about that.
Not shout out Micah because why? Like a 1 year.
Why the fuck you would take that deal?
It's crazy.
Don't know.
Hey, shut it,
Fuck it, bro. The Trailblazers are a poverty franchise though. That owner is fucking the mother.
Set on them hoes, Micah. Show them that you deserve it. Yeah. But, hey,
for sure.
All right, so the draft officially concluded yesterday. That dumbass shit. Let's start with your winners. Who are y'all biggest winners from round 1? For me personally, I think the Sacramento Kings are a big winner because I think they got I'm a big believer in Darius Acuff. I think that is very well known. He was one of my guys in the draft. I know what he is. And the Sacramento Kings are a poverty franchise. But if there's any player in this draft who would have been available at 7 to take him, because I originally had him going to the Nets. I thought he would be a great fit for the Nets, but like I think he can pull the Sacramento Kings out of whatever type of rut they're in and give them real hope. Because the issue with the Kings is the fact that they just don't know how to accept the fact that they are not a winning organization. But you have drafted a guy like Darius Acuff who can literally be the engine of an offense. So I think he's one of my big winners for them. I think the Hornets are another big winner. They are also big winners for me. I really like their draft. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but with them getting Haynes and with them getting Christian Anderson, I really like that. I think the Spurs, they were just shooting for the moon. Any big that they can get. They got Jane Quainitz, who if he's able to get his knee right, I'm not a fan of him either. But if he's able to get his knee right, then boom, you have the perfect backup big for Wemby. And even if he isn't, you have Tars Reed Jr. right behind him. So it's like I think they did really good at seeing a clear need that they had and literally addressing that shit. Literally, okay, bet we're going to figure this out. So I think, obviously the Lakers as well because they got Cam Carr. But I think my biggest ones is definitely like Tars Reed Jr. Not Tars Reed Jr. San Antonio Spurs, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Sacramento Kings, man.
I think you just named 3 losers.
Who?
I think you just named 3 losers.
Nigga, how?
No, I don't think the Kings are losers.
Especially the Spurs.
How's the Spurs losers?
You took 2 bigs in the first round. One of them who he got drafted, and then it reported that he might not even play his rookie year. And so then, like,
who you talking about, Quainitz?
Yes.
So we already knew that though.
But my thing is,
he's gonna be cool though. He'll be cool by like November, December.
Yeah, we already knew that though.
My thing is, if you're the Spurs, right? I think one thing that hurt the Spurs was size and a backup big for Wemby. You like Terrence Reader, you like Jalen Quainitz, cool. Get one of the two, not both. You need you need a power forward. You need size. Julian Champagne is not a real power forward.
You have 2 options.
What are you talking about?
You drafted 2 niggas who can do that. Like you drafted 2 niggas who can do that.
Them niggas are both centers.
I guarantee you can slide the niggas right over to the 4. You have Victor Wembanyama. They're going to be able to slide over to the 4.
Joshua Jefferson would have been a perfect fit for the Spurs. a forward with size, enough. He got skill to go get
They're going to
a
the
bucket.
Nets.
Fair point.
And he went to the Nets. He went 28.
Fair point. Fair point, but I don't think that negates who they drafted. Like, yeah, they could have got Joshua Jefferson, who would have been better, but like,
look, there's a world. Beginning of the year, Quaintance was top 5 on every mock.
No, literally.
His freshman year at Arizona State,
Yes.
best defender in the draft, all that. There's a world where he gets the meniscus cleanup, and they put him next to Wemby, and that is the best front court defensively in the league, and that the league has seen in a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
I feel like it's really like that defensively. And I think he can play the 4. He's like 6'9", but he has like a 9'5" standing reach or like something crazy. So everything gets challenged. Wemby doesn't have to guard everything down low. He's a great help defender. And then I think you talk about Taurus Reed, he can definitely now come off the bench. And it basically erases they have Mason Plumlee and Luke Cornett and Kelly Olynyk, like people who will never play, but that kind of occupy those positions. You're not going to see those people be gone. So I also had the Spurs as a winner. I'm not going to lie.
Also, why do the Kings take Alex Caravan? The fuck? Like, what do you need Alex Caravan for? That is
that was
player.
I think
I like Alex Caravan. though. I ain't gonna cap though.
You can like
not for the Kings, like not for the Kings, but I'll fuck with Alex Caravan.
He'll be in the G like by November, December for sure.
But I mean, but my main thing for picking the Kings was because like you finally have some hope. Like Kings fans don't have to wake up.
16 wins.
They don't have to wake up and look at their team and be like, "Fuck, we have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Domantas Sabonis as the niggas we supposed to look up to."
Yeah, and I know you love him. I love him too. But 36, 37-year-old Russ.
Yeah, like that shit wasn't going. But
I didn't expect him to be a starting point guard. I think Russ has accepted his role as a backup veteran guard.
Finished.
But you have now you have Darius Acuff, who legitimately like, bro, like I'm a big believer in Darius Acuff, but like just simply like you have somebody who can literally take the Kings as far as they want to go. You got to build some people around them, and they have some young guys. But
okay, right now, this is all thoughts. Like we have not seen him play in the NBA, but the excitement that you can have as opposed to other years when you're the Kings, when you're taking, I don't even know who they be taking. Obviously, nobody good though. So it's like
Chris Murray.
Yeah, that was a solid pick though.
You got Mac.
He was solid. His rookie year ain't been on shit since then. Maxime Ronaldo.
They got Maxime Renard.
They got lucky.
And they got Neat Clifford. They got Maxime Renard and they got Neat Clifford. So shit, you got some promising young talent
like
there,
there's been nobody to your point where it's like this is probably since De'Aaron, and then obviously they messed up the Halliburton and Fox situation by trading both. It's like you now have real excitement. You now have jersey sales. You now have people talking about the team in 5-10 years as opposed to like what we think about the Kings. I think the Kings are like down there with the Browns and like the Rockies for like the worst franchises in all the sports. So like now that you have this real excitement,
poverty franchises, that's so sad. That's what you need in that. That's what you need on that background. God, that's what you need right there. Because that.
Luckily, he has no ropes, anywhere in this room.
Yeah, I think my one of my winners for the first round. Are we doing the first round or the whole draft?
The whole draft. I mean, nobody in the second round really like. I mean, there were some guys who moved, but nobody. Well,
I think for the first round, I like Christian Nat to the Celtics a lot.
Okay.
I think Christian Nat came in as a 5-star prospect to Houston. I think a lot of people expected more from him, and I think a lot of people expected more from a few players in Houston. But Kingston Fleming's kind of, took that and ran with it. But for what the Celtics need as in a big, I think he's the perfect fit. And that Boston has a great history of developing players, whether it's Peyton Pritchard who stayed there and developed, or Sam Hauser, or they found a Hugo Gonzalez who gave them good minutes last year. Like they do a very good job at scouting, finding players who can help them win now. And I think Christian Nat can be that player, especially defensively. He kind of gives me like where I think he could carve out a role early as like a Robert Williams, as an athletic shot blocker, high energy guy on defense. I think he has more upside offensively than Robert Williams, but even Robert Williams is starting to shoot the trade ball in Portland. But like to get him at the end of the first round, where some teams could have taught themselves into getting him maybe in the teens, I think it's good value, and I think like with the right development, he could turn into a very good big man for the Celtics, and it's something they've been looking for a little minute. So that's one of my winners.
I mean, he was another guy who was like lotto, like preseason. Like he was a guy who people were talking like lotto top 10. So I think it was good value. I really like I don't say really like Chris Onnat. I rock with him. I think he was definitely a guy who had to go to the right situation because he was just very raw to me coming out of Houston. I think he needed one more year personally. But like he goes to Boston, he's able to sit a little bit. I don't know who they get to play in front of him. I know they got Vooch, and I know they still got Hugo and all those guys. So
they got Quato, and Quato
they got
Quato
so.
actually played really good basketball.
Yeah,
and he didn't look like a basketball player when he was I think when he was with the Kings.
Yeah, so
like, that's what I'm saying. Like when
he's able to chill system, for sure.
Yeah, like even like a Jordan Walsh, he got drafted. He went to the G. He played there in the G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they know how to develop players and turn them into quality role players. I think I can do the same thing for Chris Onnat. Another pick I like was Cam Carr to the Lakers. I said that when we was talking about AR. I think he'll be a great role player for them.
No, that nigga's crazy though. Like I don't cap. Like listen, I know nigga like watching highlights isn't the proper way to like evaluate an athlete, but like I ain't finna fake like I just watched a whole bunch of Baylor. Nigga, Cam Carr is fucking flying in some of these highlights, bro.
For sure.
Like that nigga is athletic as hell, and and he's damn near the perfect fit next to a guy like Luka, bro.
It's two more players I like, and I'll let Adam and Jay go. Ade Mara and getting Ade Mara for the Thunder.
That was some bullshit. I hope you know that.
I love it.
That was some bullshit.
I love it. I also love getting Ortega. I love getting Ortega in the second round. I don't think Lu's coming back. You just traded Aaron Wiggins. You might have to trade Joe. Getting another wing player who can play defense. The shot is a little weird, but if he can find a way to get it off, I think he'll be a good role player. And the Thunder are great at developing players. And to get him at 41 in the second round, I think is great value for Ortega.
March Madness legend.
Yes, and also the last one, and I won't go on a 30-minute rant about it. LeBaron going to the 76ers and him falling.
No, we have to talk about this shit.
Was the stupid.
No, we have to talk about this shit. We have to talk about
this. Him going there, I do like because you traded Jared McCain for a bag of chips. That's why Daryl Morey got fired and a lot of more stupid shit. But you did trade him. You didn't have to pay him. And getting another backup guard for the beginning just resets the clock. And you'll be able to have some bench production. I think LeBaron can start off at being a great 6-man, come in, give you a scoring punch behind VJ. And what are you shaking your head for? What are you shaking your head for?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Bro, I was gonna let you finish, bro. I see it though. I said.
I think like behind VJ, behind Maxey, like coming off the bench, you need scoring off the bench. You don't really have any bench scoring. I like it. He should have went way higher. Like the Raptors taking Allen Graves.
That was crazy.
When you have
don't need a guard, so it's like,
what you mean? They don't have a point guard.
I feel like they don't need a
Who's their point guard?
You talking about who? The Sixers?
The Raptors.
The Raptors.
Who's their point guard?
They did need a guard, but
what's buddy named Jamal Sheed?
But Graves.
So Jamal Sheed would have stopped you from taking LeBaron Fallon? Bruh, stop it.
I hated the Allen Graves pick.
Graves was.
You got Colin Murray, bros. You got Scotty Barnes. Like you have fours. Like you have four. It didn't make sense.
LeBaron and because even like the thought of LaMelo and Scotty Barnes was a fun idea, but LeBaron and Scotty Barnes, that would have been, man.
Melo and Scotty would have been crazy.
I mean, we're just talking about LeBaron Fallon like he's just AI.
I mean, no, but like, bro, like, here's the thing, though. Like, I don't like the fit
on Baron's name, bro.
I don't like the fit in Philly, but like, bro, it's really like
he's a good player.
He's a great player. Like,
I think in Philly's eyes, at that point it was BPA. And
for sure.
Like it's just like when you get in the 20s, it's like you probably don't think a player that you probably wanted would be in that position. And LeBaron was like getting mocked between 10 and 14.
Yeah.
So getting a lottery player at 20 is kind of like.
And I knew he was going.
Fuck what I had on my board. Fuck what I had on my board. I'm going to go take LeBaron.
I knew he was gonna fall too, bro. Just based off the way niggas was talking, but like LeBaron, like the type of production that he had at Bama was that of the same. You could argue more than some guards that got drafted before him.
Yes, it was.
Like
Kingston Flemings does not lead that Alabama team to a Sweet 16. Promise you. Braden Burries as a lead guard does not lead Alabama to a Sweet 16 team. Promise you. I'm dead serious.
I don't think that that's the only metric. It's about how you translate. If I am the greatest defender ever and I can't lead my team, that doesn't mean that I still shouldn't go after.
But it was the way in which he was doing it, though. Like, which is fair.
I promise you, I watched the Tennessee game and I watched the Arkansas game. He hooped. He's nice, but that doesn't mean that he is AI. He could literally just be KPJ.
So like, so Adam, I'm gonna reverse this question.
And what can Mikael Brown be? Mikael Brown gonna be fucking around, be Jimmer for dead, and y'all sold him and didn't take Harris Acuff.
No, that nigga mad. All right, so Adam, So Adam, floor, ceiling, realistic expectation for LeBaron.
Bro, I think he's a really good player. I think his ceiling is multiple-time All-Star. Like, I had him mocked the whole time in the lottery. I was surprised to see him fall. For y'all to say that he is the second best guard in the class is crazy.
Third. Wait, did I say third?
I said 2A, 2B.
EP.
It was arguable.
That's two. That's two.
It's arguable.
Acuff. No, it's not arguable between Acuff and Barron. It's not arguable between Acuff and Barron. It's not.
It's really like we said, we all agree Darren Peterson was in his own lane.
Bro, I don't even consider
okay, cool. So at that point it goes Darius Acuff is one. He's the clear one.
On the point guard list, yes.
Yes, and then Mikael Brown and LeBaron, I felt like we're close. I don't think Kingston Fleming was on the level of LeBaron and Mikael Brown.
Actually, okay.
I've been
I think that's fair. I think Barron and Mikael, based off like this past season, if we see a full season of Mikael Brown Jr. and he is performing like how I was thinking he was going to perform coming out of U18, okay, he has a stronger argument, and maybe I will disagree with Matt, but right now, nah, Matt, I ain't okay. I have to agree with him. Like Barron, the tape that he put on this year, especially versus what Mikael did, because a lot of Mikael's hype comes from what he did, not this season, what he did before this season. Yeah, Barron has a great argument, and I would put him right there behind Darius Acuff. Well, not right behind Darius Acuff. I think there's a noticeable gap, but
it's just so crazy to me. I don't think that Braden Burries at 17 points a game on the team that was 23-0 or whatever, and he's guarding the point of attack defender, is worse than LeBaron Filon, who's just scoring.
But Filon was the offense. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was an offensive engine for Alabama.
You said you watched 2 games. I watched the whole season. LeBaron.
I watched more than 2 games. I'm just saying that's where everybody bought the
Alabama players do translate.
They seen the Tennessee game winner is when niggas was like, okay.
And then I was buying the stock before that. Like he was generally the offense.
No, I don't care. No, Matt was on that before then. Though.
I literally hate when niggas do this because JB running this too. I have been fucking with LeBaron Filon since his freshman year, right? I knew the lyric, all that. He's a cool guy. I fuck with cuz.
I had zero LeBaron Filon. I'll give allowances to my mama. Thank you.
And because people overrate him, now I have to be realistic, and then niggas pay me like a hater and shit. And
who's overhyping him though? I just say he shouldn't have failed at 22. I didn't say he should
definitely overhyping him.
It's the second best. But here's the thing though. Here's the appeal.
I did not say he should have been a top 5 pick.
Here's the appeal for LeBaron versus like a Braden Burries. Like Braden Burries is the safer pick, but he does not have that type of ceiling and boom potential that LeBaron has. Like, if I put my money,
okay, but this is the problem though. I would actually agree with that. I think because he's a scorer and shit like that, he could be a 20.
But I think he's more than a scorer though.
Well, look though, but Adam,
I'm saying being like,
I made a mock. Listen, I made a mock, and I couldn't drop because of what I can't drop.
Long live.
But I made a mock. I made a mock, and like I had Braden Berries and Kingston Flemings. They got drafted over LeBaron. Like just because like what I seen and how I know how it was gonna go, I knew he wasn't gonna get drafted like top 10.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
if you
preference wise for me, when I'm looking at the tape, like as a lead guard, as my franchise point guard, I would take a LeBaron Fallon over a Kingston Flemings.
Right, and then I hear you though. It looks attractive in college, the 22 and 6 or whatever he was getting. Like that is heat. I promise you it is. But at the next level, when he's coming off the bench and his shots are limited and stuff like that, and it's harder to get looks, and he has to defend every single possession, I would take Kingston Flemings and Braden Berries as all-around guys who could reach Drew Holiday, who have higher floors. This is the other thing. So whoever said, I think it was Tyson said he had a higher ceiling, and I think that's true. I think if Berries is Drew Holiday, like we say, then he's above that. Whatever you want to say the scoring guard is that can be above that. I'm not going to say it's Kyrie or anybody crazy like that, but your scoring guard that can also really create. I absolutely think LeBaron Fallon can be that. But the floors are so much different. I have complete faith that both of them will be longtime pros. I can see a world where LeBaron Fallon actually ends up in the G League and is lost in one of those people. Because he comes out in the NBA and he's shooting inefficient. Like, it's just like, I don't know. And then at that point, if he's shooting inefficient and he can't be a spot-up guy and he can't defend, he can't play.
But you said you watched LeBaron freshman year. LeBaron was a defender. LeBaron had Marcus Sears on the team, Grant Nelson. He had players on the team where he was not the go-to guy. He had to find a role, and he found a role, and he played defense. So he can play defense. He came back to show more of his offensive game his sophomore year, and that's exactly what he did.
And naturally, his defense is going to fall off.
But if you tell him, yeah, you're not the number one option, you're not the number two option, you're coming off the bench, find a role. He did that his freshman year in college. So I have confidence that he could go do that in the NBA.
I just don't see
he's
him
not
guarding.
Drafted, huh?
I just don't see him guarding. I mean,
he need to put on some weight first. He need to put on some weight first.
I mean, it's the NBA. It's NBA shit.
He put on some weight
that's
first.
just gonna happen.
Like I said, yeah. I'm not saying he's gonna be AI either. I'm not saying he's gonna be Kyrie. All I'm saying is for him to fall to 22 and Christian Anderson goes up above him, when Bennett Sturts goes above him, it's a problem.
That's fair.
When Morez Johnson gets drafted at 9 and Barron gets drafted at 22, it's a problem.
So speaking of Morez getting drafted at 9, who are y'all biggest losers from the draft? My biggest losers is Dallas Mavericks.
Chill, gang.
I hate, and I started off. I hate. Well, I ain't gonna say hate. Hate's a strong. Actually, no, that's accurate. I hate the fact y'all took Morez at 9. I don't. I mean, you can go ahead, Adam.
Raise your hand, Adam.
No, because I'm gonna say it. Because
this shit teams.
This ain't gonna be one of the final bips that I have on here, bro. I gotta go to sleep. Oh. Why would you take somebody? Okay, so here's the thing that I have to say about the NBA draft or all drafts. If you win a championship, you get a boost. No matter where you go. If you're a second round, you might be a late first rounder to mid, lottery like pick. Just missing the lottery, up in that range to the lottery, so on and so forth. So Morez Johnson, all of them got that, in my opinion. Him, Yaxo, Mara. As soon as they won, all of their stocks went up. Things like that didn't necessarily have to do with the manner in which they played, but the fact that their team won. He was not better the entire year than the other two players that he was playing in between. 2, he can't shoot. Like 34% is under one attempt is not enough in the NBA. I'm sorry. You have people telling me that Cam Boozer's attempts and stuff don't count because he took 4 a game and shot 38%. If you're telling me that under 1 or whatever on 34%, mind you, is okay, it's not. And then the other thing is he has no ball skills. Like he can't put the ball on the floor. You give him the ball in the mid-range, he's not taking 2 dribbles and pulling up. He's not dishing the ball off. Like he's literally just rebounding and playing defense. Excellent athlete, great help side defender, can be a versatile defender. But is that what Cooper Flagg needs in year 2? Is that what he needs when, like you said, first off, we know the NBA as a coach, you only have like a 3-year clock to just be super weak, or else they're gonna try and move on. So is that the right pick right there? When you have Braden Burris who can still play defense in the backcourt, which they desperately need, then he can also score. Like, he has a real bag. Versus Morez is like, he needs to be Bam. Like, he needs to develop into Bam for that to be a home run pick. And I don't think that he has the capabilities of that. Like, that's why I have him as the loser, because I really just feel like that shit doesn't go.
Yeah, because it's like if he gets taken, it's really just situation. Because I was cool. I like Marez Johnson type guys who are very their impact is
athletic.
it's far more than what you would see on the stat sheet. But so if he goes to a Golden State, OKC, or any team that is in the position to compete, then okay, I'll rock with this pick. But 9 to the Mavericks, bro, and then they follow that up by trading for Sergio. I feel like the draft, that is somewhere where you could build on your team. And there were plenty of opportunities for them to find players who would have probably fit better next to him. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that at all, in my opinion. But Jay, this your squad. It's your squad.
Yeah, bro. I will say this. Do I wish that we could have gotten Burris? Absolutely. That we can go into the group chat that's who I wanted. I either wanted him or I wanted Mara. And Burris goes, yeah, watch out, bro. And then Mara goes to Thunder of all teams, and then Burris goes to Milwaukee directly after we pick Johnson. So I'm not. I don't. Here's my thing, because on the one hand, yes, what I wanted Burris absolutely, because we needed guard help. We needed somebody to come in and learn from Kyrie and also be a great defender on the perimeter. However, what I do like about this pick is that, one, he is going to his coach that knows him best. And he's going to be developed by somebody who already knows what he's getting. For one,
and I think that's fair. I will say I think that is fair. It's the same thing. It's kind of like the same thing with Trey.
If he was gonna go to anybody, I would like that you go to the coach that already knows who you are.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, because the NBA and college is different. I was
and that's true.
I was a Marez Johnson fan. I think when the Hornets, I think we're at 18. I was like, if you were thinking about getting rid of Miles Bridges, if you needed a forward, you needed a big man, I thought Marez Johnson, if he was at 18, go grab him. That would have been a great pick. But 9,
Mavericks, that's the thing.
I also understand it's been some teams. I remember when the Suns had a top 10 pick, and I think they went and took Cam Johnson. They got their guy. They got who they wanted. They didn't wait. But also, they were in a position where they were trying to win, because I think they had just got Chris Paul, or they were coming off the bubble, and they just felt like something was changing. The Mavericks aren't in that situation. So I understand the Mavericks were if Mavericks made a trade and the team they traded with ended up getting the top 10 pick and it fell to the Mavericks, and the Mavericks weren't supposed to be in the top 10, okay, cool. Go get your guy who you think you can compete for a championship. Marez is not that guy. Y'all aren't in that position. So if y'all were at 2021, okay, if Marez Johnson's still here, we had him maybe 14 or 15 on our board, and he's at 21, cool, let's take him. Same situation like LeBaron and Philly. But he wasn't. So at 9, for what the Mavericks needed, I don't think you take Marez Johnson. And because he got taken at 9, it's going to be a bad pick if he doesn't develop into what people think he can. And if he has no offensive game, defensively, it's just how much can you do defensively for a losing team if you don't plan on winning?
Yeah.
And then your second first round pick isn't probably coming to the States. So, and God forbid Marez got to go to the G this year, and he was the 9th pick. So now you got.
But he goes to the G, it's over. If he goes to the G,
you got a top 10 pick in the G, and you got another player who got drafted in the first round who didn't even come overseas. You just wasted a draft, and you got a rookie head coach coming from college. It's just if it doesn't go well, it's just setting y'all up for failure, and it's setting y'all up to
vibes are not good.
If he goes to the Gulag League year 1, then bump everything that I said. It's over with. But I do think that his ability to be versatile on defense, because that's another thing that we need. is defensive versatility because, like I said, our backcourt is cones. Our front court is fine. You know, we have Derek Lively there. Coop can play defense. Gafford, as I said, we're trying to shop him, but he can slide into that Daniel Gafford spot and be a more athletic, more versatile Daniel Gafford because in college, like Adam said, he was a versatile defender. He was a great help defender. He guarded 1 through 5 in college. I don't know if he's going to guard 1 through 5 in the league, but he at the very least can guard forwards. He can guard bigs. He's 6'9", 250, 7'3" wingspan.
Adam facial expressions is funny, bro.
Yeah, yeah, just chill. But at the end of the day, like Sergio pick, draft and stash, like I'm not like super duper thrilled with that, but you know, the Morez pick is really where I'm like focused on. If he can develop into a versatile defender and if he can develop that jump shot because he'll have time. I get that, like, you know, everybody in the NBA, they get drafted very, very young, but he has time to develop with Coop. And he has time to develop with his coach. That's where my upside is with this pick. But like you guys said, if he turns out to be if he's in the G League year one, or if he doesn't show signs of growth, especially on the defensive side, and especially on his jumper, then yeah, the pick is a bust. Especially when we had Burris, who got picked right after, and that was the guy that I wanted.
Y'all know that and I'm gonna say y'all know that meme where like the dude cover his baby mama face and it's just like I just gotta accept this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like
bro.
I think it's gonna be interesting what they do. I think the draft was fun. I don't think we got to talk about like the top 3 or 4 picks. They went chalk.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen. AJ Boston is a fucking wizard.
Listen, like I said,
hey, be on the fucking lookout. What we in 2026? 2029, baby. We raising that Larry. I can imagine it. I can imagine it right now how we raised that motherfucker. I'm gonna be right there too. Go AJ, go AJ, go AJ, go AJ.
The top 4. I think Malik Thomas and Isaiah Evans falling in the second round was a little crazy.
Yeah, Isaiah Evans was one of my guys.
Henry Vasar at 52 is great value.
Yo, hold on, real quick. Biggest loser of the draft though by far is him. He could have stayed at Carolina for a rumored $5 million, and you go 52. Whoever your agent is, fired immediately.
Yeah, fire that man.
I really like Trevor. I really like Trevor Brazile to the Nuggets. I think he'd be an Aaron Gordon replacement eventually once they get rid of Aaron Gordon. Also, Bruce Thornton to the Rockets at 31 was crazy. He would have been there at 51.
Yeah,
Just
saying.
I
didn't like it.
With that being said, though, because it's getting late.
Like it.
It's getting late. With that being said,
top 5.
We got the top 5 albums.
Top 5 for the inner chat.
Top 5 for the inner chat. Man. Adam, you got your top 5?
I know him off the top of my head for real. So
okay, so who wanna go first? Who wanna go first?
I'll kick this bitch off for real.
You want to kick it off?
Yeah, man, I'll kick it off.
All
right, cool. And this is top 5 favorite, not like
this is favorite.
Not like logistically.
Because if I was doing best, this is a completely different conversation.
I've been excited for this.
Cool. This is in no order, and I know for a fact one of them y'all don't know.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
The first one is Views by Drake. That album is gang. Views by Drake. I don't think y'all understand the way, like, when you look at the run that nigga went on, how you have Keep the Family Close, Feel No Ways, Redemption, Still Here, all on one Too Good, Western Road Flows, all on one fucking album.
Vince Carter bar.
I
mean,
God, damn, like, you, like, bruh, like, come on, what are we talking about, bruh? So, Views, nothing was the same.
Oh,
I remember when that bitch clicked, when that bit, for sure, nigga, Drake was overly on my shit. What the fuck is we talking about? So, yeah, Drake was, you know what I'm saying, that was the same as number 2. I listened to Connect earlier, and I don't know, bruh, like, I remember listening to that nigga Drake. I mean, when am I not listening to that nigga Drake? You know what I'm saying?
Dazing about Drake.
But that shit, bro, nothing was the same though. It generally like Tuscan Leather, Connect, Furthest Thing, Hold On, We're Going Home, being like the lead thing off that. But then you have Worst, like nothing was the same, bro. Top to bottom, I can listen to that bitch any time of the year. It don't matter. After this, I have E-War by Tyler the Creator. I Have Igor by Tyler, the Creator. That
cool.
is that album. Listen, it's a favorites, bro.
That's not my favorite. That's not my favorite Tyler album. But I rock. That's cool.
Like,
I'm cool with that. They gonna laugh. I'm cool.
I'm telling you, bro. It tells a story, a very comprehensive story. It's really in depth, and I mean, bro, I Don't Love You Anymore. Are we still friends?
I'm with you, Tyson.
I'm not gonna lie, I remember when quarantine is part of like the attachment, because like I remember quarantine, bro. I'm in my bedroom and all the lights is off, and that "Are We Still Friends" came on. Nigga, I shed a couple. Yeah, like what the fuck, because Are We Still Friends? Like,
Are We Still Friends?
That shit, like, Are We Still Friends? Bro, top tier. After this, I have Late Registration by Kanye, because it has one of my favorite songs of all time, We Major. Shout out 2K13 actually, for putting me on We Major, and the whole album is amazing. I mean, like, bro, like I don't heard him say We Major, like, I don't have to go in depth on that. And the last one, I know for a fact y'all don't know him, but like he's an artist from Atlanta, and this shit came out last year. It's Mercy by Destin Laurel. No, y'all never heard of him before, but that album, top to bottom, no skips from me. I'll listen to that bitch now and it still hits. Like, that's album I'm never gonna get tired of. But it was close with that last one, because 5 can really go up in the air for me. Like, it can switch between I had a lot of honorable mentions. Like, East Atlanta Love Letter was one of them. Rose in the Dark was one of them. Of those, Love Letter, Those Feels Again by Snow Allegra, that was another one that could have gone right there. Like, The Breeze Grew a Fire by Mariba, that's another 5 that came out last year that I considered putting at 5. So 5 is kind of up in the air, but like I think the top 3 are for sure solidified. 4 and 5, Igor and Mercy, they kind of up in the air. But yeah.
So
who next?
Matt. I want Matt.
I really want to hear Matt shit.
I want Matt to go next.
It was tough. Let me go to my notes real quick, man. Like,
this shit about to be horrible.
I'm gonna put it top. I'm gonna put it 5 to 1. Some of my honorable mentions, like Pigs Seasons for Being Antisocial by Roddy Ricch. That was one of my favorite albums. Being One by Rilo. So Much Fun by Thug. Like, it was a good one.
So Much Fun was one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
So Much Fun was one of my honorable mentions.
For All the Dogs by Drake.
For All the Dogs, yeah.
Shout out to
that album's dirty.
Anyways,
Volume 1 Concrete Boys. That bitch was
Volume 1 Concrete. That's crazy.
That shit too. But
that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. At 5, I got Drip Harder by Gunna and Baby.
Here you go. That is for sure. We were actually just sending that in.
We were just sending that. I listened to that motherfucker earlier today.
Drip Harder?
Yeah, deep in. That's my shit.
Yeah, like Drip Harder, like
business to business. High school, world is yours. Facts.
Yeah, like on the school in the bus, I'm bumping business is business. You know what I'm saying? I'm bumping I Am. I Am is like
Christian, my shoot. They cost a van. I probably won't win again. This shit came in the news. I think damn, he back at that shit again. Facts. That's one of the more.
Number 4 is P4 by Party Next Door. That's how I got put on the Party Next Door. That's how I got put on the
Tony Stark meme.
I got put on the Party Next Door by the P4 album. Lose My Mind is my favorite song on that album. Hate Her.
That's not even his best album. That's the crazy thing.
P2 clears, but like I'm not mad at that.
I'm a P4 guy. I'm a P4 guy.
P4 is cool though. I like P4 is definitely cool.
P4 is number 4. Number 3, and this is tough. This is tough. I got Wanna on there. I got Wanna.
Okay.
Deluxe album with Gunna.
Now,
I think that's his best album by far.
Man, I'll never forget the first time I threw that shit on. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, euphoric experience. Right, euphoric experience. Bro. Matt.
Put that on, that 200 for lunch, come on.
Matt. Oh yeah, facts. I know you're not done. But there's one artist, and he has one album that I have. If you don't have it, bro, I would be very surprised. Because I didn't put him in my shit, bro. So go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, so that's number 3, and that really could have been 2 or 1. Honestly, that's how tough my top 3 was. So I got one deluxe album by at 3. At 2, I got Barter 6 by Thug.
Okay.
I got Barter 6 by Thug.
Okay.
Like,
Can y'all tell Mattis from Atlanta?
Nah, dead ass.
That's the first album he dropped when he got off of Gucci Mane label. All the songs he dropped on Gucci Mane label was fucking ass. And when he dropped Barter 6, that's really when Thug started popping
Took
for
off.
real.
Yeah, no.
Like, so Barter 6 don't got no skips on that bitch. Like, Barter 6 has no skips. No skips.
I agree. I know. I like Barter 6. Barter 6 is my second favorite. It's my second favorite Thug album for sure.
Number one, I have Views.
Oh
Drake.
my god!
It has my favorite song by Drake on there. It got Redemption. Redemption got me through some fucking times, man. You got Fire and Desire. You got Keep the Family Close. Like, that album is damn near perfect. You feel what I'm saying?
Views,
It's
bro.
Yo, but real quick, that song with Birdman, the Knocked Off, that gets skipped for sure.
Bro,
Hey.
I think in a whole grand scheme of it, bro, like, I'm not going to skip it. I'm going to just be vibing to the album. Like, I think last summer I went through Young Thug whole discography, and like, bro, it was like, bro, Thug Barter 6 is really one of the ones for real, bro.
Matt, you saved yourself with Thug.
What's up, bro?
But how you don't have Monster by Future on that bitch?
Bro,
oh yeah, no future at all from you is looking crazy.
No, listen, I got Future. He just ain't made the top 5. I got DS2. I got Hendrix. I got Mixtape. I got Future on there in my honorable mentions.
Monster.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Monster is by far my favorite Future album.
Like with Future, with me, I got a lot of favorite songs by Future and not a lot of favorite albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
ain't mad at that.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of favorite songs by him, but yeah, that's my top 5. I think I got a pretty decent top 5, man. Like,
it's not as crazy as I thought it was.
Fuck with it, bro.
I ain't gonna cap.
I had GNX at 6 on. I'm bullshitting.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Nah, hit the flexibility. I know he was gonna fake troll.
I'm bullshitting. I had no kitchen on there, man. But yeah, man, that's my top 5, man.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to hate.
Views is number 1, man. That bitch is.
I mean, as it should be, for real. As it should be.
See. I mean, it's Drizzy Drake. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he made Adam, Keep the Family Close. That shit really about you, Jay.
Adam, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Bro, your shit is gonna be Nipsey and Blueface Baby and.
Just chill. No, okay. So some of my honorable mentions. Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City.
That was one of my honorable mentions too. Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
College on the Hill.
Yeah, that's honorable mention. The College Dropout and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No Late Registration though over those two.
I like No Late Registration. I like The College Dropout more. But please excuse me for being antisocial. Nothing Was the Same. Eternal Take. The Fall Off, For Your Eyes Only, Cornucopia, Flower Boy, Heroes and Villains, Over
Cornucopia was one of them ones, yeah.
More Black Superheroes by Westside Boogie. Y'all might not know who this nigga is.
I know who Westside Boogie is. The fuck you know,
I'm about to say Tyson,
bro.
you might know who he is.
What the fuck you know,
more Black Superheroes is turn, and I'm not trolling. GNX. That's one of my favorite albums. Not trolling.
Fuck GNX. Fuck
just see, you get the hating. I've been cool on Drake this whole time. I've been cool on Drake this whole time.
I mean, wait, Jay. I mean, Jay. I'm gonna let you get to it, but you got more Black superheroes over Everything's for Sale for Westside.
Yes, more Black superheroes.
I listen to Westside Gun.
Yes. No, Westside Boogie. This is different. Yes, I think More Black Superheroes is his best album. I think that More Black Superheroes is his best album. But to get in my top 5, number five is Love Is Rage 2. I think that's Uzi's best album by far. I think
Piece of Kids on that one. Is Piece of Kids on that one?
No. You thinking the one before?
200's on that.
20.
Dark Queen is on that. Sauce Is Up is on that.
Sauce It
Neon Guts is on that.
That's his best album.
That's his best album by far.
Starting off nice.
Yeah, that's his best album by far. Number 4, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, bro. I've talked about this with y'all. Like, yeah, you can laugh about this.
I'm not going to lie. That is valid though,
bro. That album
you
came out at the
have
perfect time for me,
Die
bro.
Hard, you have Count
Die
Me
Hard,
Out, you
Purple
have
Hearts,
Mirrors, you have
Count Me
Purple
Out.
Hearts, bro.
You got
Valid,
Savior,
bruh.
like, bro. I'm not
Valid,
going. Yeah,
bruh.
I did not. I did not even mean to bust out laughing like that.
That nigga lying. This nigga lying.
Hey, y'all.
That shit just caught me too off guard, though.
Y'all see that Breakfast Club meme clip where the dude is talking about like his pops, he's passed. He's like, "Oh, nigga, you laughing?" That's the same energy.
Bro.
I promise you, same energy. But that's number 4. Number 3, Adam kind of spoiled it because he knows me. He's my LB victory lap. That's Nipsey's one and only album, and good lord, that album got me through the entirety of high school. Grammy nominated.
About 3-4 times.
Double Up, Blue Laces, Young Nigga. Last time that I checked, absolutely no skips. One of my favorite workout albums, one of my favorite Get Money albums. Like that's just like the album that I like put on when I'm like ready to grind and really get into my bag for real. Number 2, 2014 Forest Hills Drive by J. Cole. That is like the album that I listen to that basically just pulls me back into just being a kid.
That Cole.
Yeah, like that, like he.
Born Sinner's better, but okay.
I really like Born Sinner, but 2014 Forest Hills Drive really was just the peak of J. Cole.
Valid,
No features whatsoever. Just like that was the first time that he ran that where he came no features and then still went double platinum.
No, valid. I don't care.
Every track.
January 28th, bro. January 28th is like that shit. I remember listening to that bitch on the way back from college. Like I was literally driving home on the way back from college. I put that bitch on.
Don't he got Wet Dreams on that album?
Yeah,
Wet Dreams on that album.
No,
he
Role Models.
He has the most like
03 Adolescence is on that album. Like
Tale of Two Cities. That's a banger.
Tale of Two
Cities. He has the most
Cities.
relatable song by a man ever on that song. As a little kid, he has the most relatable song.
Wet Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want. You can't take that away from him. Like every teenage boy knows that song. Word for word.
I never did this before. Now for sure. And number 1, because we're recording this on June 25th, and this is my number 1. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Off the Wall, my favorite album of all time. Michael Jackson. That is my favorite album of all time,
bro.
Hey, shut up, nigga. Hey, how can I mute niggas? How can I mute niggas? How can I mute niggas?
Bro, I'm just gonna go through the track list. I'm just gonna go through the track list of Off the Wall,
I don't
bro.
want to hear
like,
the track list. Hey, Adam, go ahead and go.
Let me know. You let me know when you hear. Don't stop till you get enough. Rock with You, Working Day and Night, Get on the Flow, Off the Wall, Girlfriend, He's Out of My Life. Like, please,
all bangers.
Just,
all bangers.
All bangers.
All bangers.
And he put this Jonah at 20, and he put out the greatest disco album ever at the end of the disco era, bro. So, just for me personally, don't get me wrong. Like people like Thriller, people like Bad, people like Dangerous, people like Invincible. Off the Wall, in my opinion, is his best project. And Rock With You is actually my favorite song ever.
Just like some prancing in the crib nigga singing to Michael Jackson though. Like
as he should be, nigga. I'm the same way. What the fuck, nigga? Like, nigga, Off the Wall is that shit for surely overly. I ain't gonna lie.
I pass. I bump my barter 6 over that. I ain't.
Yeah, we're gonna kick your ass out, nigga. Don't worry.
Atlanta niggas, just
like, bruh, like, yeah, no, hell no. That's solid, Jay. That's solid, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. I can see.
So
you got Pop Smoke.
Staying on the topic of young prodigies making music at just 16, Chief Keef released Finally Rich.
Yep.
And you know, that's just a banger. Really got on that when I came to college, like on some Midwest shit. They be playing that shit into the ground, and so I was already hip to it though back home. But yeah, that's a banger. It's gotta be. He's 16 years old. Changed the culture. It's up there. Now I'll go old school. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. Best rap album of all time.
That's a great
shout out Ardeen, by the way.
That's a great one.
Gotta be.
Shout out
It's not
Ardeen.
in your. If it's dead ass not in your top 10, like I don't respect the list. Like I'm not gonna lie. Top 5. To me, it's the best actual rap album of all time. Once again, you talk about the hype around it. 50
I mean, best debut album of all time, like undoubtedly, not from like a musician. I can never get into 50 or nothing like that, but like I can definitely acknowledge the impact and the respect. Like that.
I had played that album going to South Carolina to go see my girl one time, and like I'm just playing it straight through, and like that bitch.
Yeah, it got banger. Like it has everything. It has everything.
Like that bitch ride. I'm not gonna count.
That shit got everything.
Nah, yeah. definitely like Jason said, debut album Shit Road. I'm gonna go staying on the East Coast though, Jay. Shout out to actually the greatest rapper of all time, 444 by Jay-Z. For sure.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Adam. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it. That album is fire.
Nah, 444 is better. The Black album is better though.
Super Bowl goals.
It's like, here's the thing. I think that, like, bro, Hov, he has a lot of stuff, and so you could say that, like, the Blueprint, Black Album, Reasonable Doubt even, but I think that for where he was in his life and, like, the shit that he was talking about, I feel like it was better than, you know, girls, and, like, that type shit. He was really talking about some real shit, so I fuck with that. He's got the apology letter to Beyonce and, like, basically to, like, himself and all that shit on there. Like, I really fucked with it.
That's fair, but, like,
3?
I ain't gonna cap though. The Black album gives you like December 4th. What more can I say? Encore.
Yeah, December 4th. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I know every word to that.
Bruh,
that
like,
shit goes.
Moment of Clarity, 99 Problems, Public Service Announcement, like Allure. But I ain't gonna lie though. Like
the vibe on that, like those are like he has a lot of commercial hits on there. And that you could tell he was trying to sell shit played on the radio.
I mean, it was supposed to be his quote unquote retirement, but these songs are ones that like, but these are songs that like Allure.
Oh, that's also
Allure and Public Service Announcement. Public Service Announcement where you want to fucking get some fucking money, bro. I ain't okay,
bro. But
allow me.
I got to introduce myself. My name is
Hates to the OV.
Goodness. By the
bro, like to me, that though, it's like okay, he's making music. This is like it's a different type Jay-Z. Like this is like 2000, 01, 05,
yeah, this is 2003. Yeah,
CEO of the ROC.
That's what I'm saying. He's on that. He's got the
that's
money.
Right,
four-door Bentley, like all that. The other one is like you could tell, nigga just sat down with a pen and paper and
it's more introspective for sure.
The stuff out. So I gotta put that 3
for sure.
I respect that other albums may be better though, but like for what it's worth, that shit.
The Black album was also one of my honorable mentions. That's one of the best albums. Like I talked about.
Then at number 4, I have to go Drip Season 3 by Gunna for sure. Like I don't know.
3?
I'm not gonna lie. Like the Drip Seasons was there for me, but I just think One is his best album of all time. Like when you go from top to bottom with One.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That shit is. I'm really tempted to put that on here, but low key the cultural significance. Like I was a young. You gonna make me change low key because I'm not gonna lie. That's like Rockstar Bikers and Chains.
Drip Season 3. Oh, Rockstar like Bikers and Chains.
On you got
Spending addiction is OC.
200 for lunch. Like
and it's like that's the thing.
Skybox,
you got Hell of a Price.
You
got At the Hotel.
Met Gala. Nasty Girl on Camera.
Spending Addiction. You got King Kong.
Down remix. King Kong. Like you got
Don't Play Around. Do Better.
Season 3 is nice.
You got Far.
Cooler than a bitch. You got Sun Came Out. Argentina. You got. Dirty Diana. Young nigga.
Michael Jackson bad.
Michael Jackson bad.
Like
gimmick. This ain't no motherfucking gimmick.
It goes, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. It's like
no DS3. I see where you coming from though. I can see the smooth Geo introduction now.
I had never even heard him like until DS3 for real. Like I was not tapped in. So like, bro, hearing that I'm like, yo, this nigga's the coldest though. Like this shit crazy.
Yeah,
I gotta give him a shout out. Number 5, bro. I have to go, bro. All time.
Yes, your favorite.
Damn near go like Harder Than Ever though by Lil Baby. I can't lie. Like
okay.
Oh no, I feel like it's better albums, but the significance also at the time, like bro, I found that shit fit in, exotic. Like some of them songs I was playing into the ground, never needed no help. Like
life
that
goes
shit
on.
At the time,
Life goes on. Life goes on.
Never need no help with one of the ones.
Never need no help.
That go too bad. No, they no see that.
So definitely, bro, it was some bangers. Honorable mentions, bro.
Southside.
Humble Beast by G Herbo.
Yes. Oh Bro, Adam, on my life, that's one of my honorable
I
mentions.
would put 25 by G Herbo on there.
Nah, Humble Beast. It's not Humble Beast, bro. Humble Beast almost made it over Igor and Mercy. Like,
it was between Harder Than Ever or
bro. Humble Beast is like, I ain't gonna cap like. That, bro, that was his fastball. I ain't gonna cap. Like, that was his 2012 Celtics moment, bro.
One album I wanted to put in there that I just couldn't, but I really wanted to was Championships by Meek Mill. I'm not
Championships is that shit. That's that shit. That's that shit. That's that shit. That's that shit.
I really wanted to put it there
because, like,
again, freshman year of high school, I'm in that bit bumping. I'm trying to tell niggas, like, bro, this shit from Meek Mill hard. Niggas not like, yes, Championships by Meek Mill.
Y'all ain't got. That's crazy, cause y'all ain't even mention no like R&B or soul shit. I'm over here with like trap soul and.
But like, look, I actually
Four by Beyonce, East Atlanta Love Letter.
Trap soul the other day. I played Trap Soul the other day for the first time in like a minute, and I really forgot one how much I love that album, and then two like the amount of bangers on there. Like, that shit is truly no skip.
Yeah, no, actually no skip.
I low key like Bryson Tiller. Like the Anniversary was cool. Don't get me wrong, Anniversary was like really cool, but like
was amazing.
But like he peaked with Trap Soul. Like he actually dropped his best as his first, and it's just like
I will shout out Control by SZA. That's a great
Control
album.
is no Control.
Sure. Oh, we were talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the week. Control was her miseducation of Lauryn Hill. She could have never dropped again and been cool with that album.
Four by Beyonce is, I'm not gonna cap, I love that album. That's personally my favorite Beyonce album of all time. I know a lot of people they like the self-titled shit and Lemonade. It's good. But Four by Beyonce, that shit, Care, that shit will make you cry. I ain't gonna lie. I've actually cried to that damn song.
Also, another one that barely just missed the cut, Alone at Prom by Tory Lanez.
That's a good one. Hey, y'all got some fucking ball in this bitch, bro.
No, sir.
Another one
in the top 5 game.
No, Alone at Prom is fire.
No, Alone at Prom is like that.
Very, very fire.
Also say it might have been too soon.
Lady of Namek is like genuinely one of my favorite songs of all time.
Hey, Tyson, it might have been too soon, but Iceman was in my honorable mentions too.
Bro, please.
It's never too soon with Drizzy Drake. It's never too soon.
Bro, please, bro.
Iceman was in my honorable mentions. That bitch, bro. I listen to Iceman every day at work. No cap.
Actually, yeah, no, Iceman is that shit. Like, it's gonna age beautifully.
Another
one I got, bro, is Mutt by Leon Thomas. Even the Deluxe is
one of his
man. I ain't gonna cap. Mutt by Leon Thomas is like Mutt by Leon Thomas was my album of the summer last year. Honestly, like truth be told, like I ain't
no, Mutt was definitely the song itself got overplayed, even though it's still a really good song.
But the full album itself, you listen, bro. The album. And
I know me and Jay bitched it, but like, please excuse me for being antisocial was like one of them fucking ones.
Yeah, that shit was heat at the time.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Honorable mention, even though it's a mixtape, Feed the Streets 2, that was peak Roddy.
Feed the Streets 2 was a great album.
It's a mixtape, but that was peak Roddy.
And also,
that wasn't an album, that was a mixtape.
And also, Matt's gonna hate this, but I listened to it recently in the gym. Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Bro, who the fuck is Frank Ocean?
Hey,
bro, who is that, bro?
Bro, watch out, Matt. Please, bro.
El Tro. Anyway,
El Tro. What I say last episode, if you listen to Playboy Cardi, you're not a fan of me and don't watch the pod. If you listen to Frank Ocean, you're not a fan of me, do not watch the pod.
You're not fucking with Dilit though?
I'm not a Dilit. No, nah. Self-titled is hard though. Self-titled.
Dilit is his best.
I like self-titled. I like his self-titled shit more. I think that's his best shit.
I Am Music is cool too. He just took forever to drop it.
But yeah, no,
I didn't mind it. He just took forever to drop it.
Yeah,
talking about
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi's ass in general.
Look,
Dilit is turn.
Dilit got some bangers, but self-titled. Oh yeah.
No, they're not some bangers. The shit is
self-titled is. I'm not going that far with Dilit.
So who y'all think got the best? Like, so outside of yourselves, outside of yourselves, who y'all think got the best 5?
I'll say you.
That's my. Nah.
I'm I'm just not. If I was an Atlanta baby, then maybe Matt.
I feel like
Adam. I would probably go. What was your top 5 again, Tyson? Real quick. Well, no, actually, never mind. Because you name niggas I didn't know for. It would probably be Adam. Because at least I knew everybody he listened. He named.
If Adam,
I don't know what the fuck you named.
Adam, damn near nigga. Drake, Tyler the Creator.
What top 5 you smoking?
And Kanye. And Destin, you don't know Destin Laura though.
Yeah, I don't listen to Tyler Creator. I don't listen to Kanye, and I don't know who the last person is. So.
Bro, how the fuck do you not listen?
I don't listen to Kanye.
This is like Matt, dude. Like, come on.
I can't take a nigga that don't listen to Kanye West serious.
You don't listen to Kanye at all? Like even old Kanye?
No, I listen to some old Kanye songs, but I don't listen to Kanye. I'm not a Kanye fan. I don't listen to Kanye.
Oh my goodness!
I wouldn't say that I'm like some big Kanye fan, but like
I am. Every album, old
Kanye for sure.
Kanye?
Like every album got played. Every album got played.
Nah, I don't listen to Kanye, bro.
Oh, Kanye! My goodness. Listen to White Dress by Kanye West. Holy shit!
Yes, listen to White Dress. You know,
listen, y'all heard the album. Y'all heard the albums I named. Y'all know the kind of music I listen to. So.
Just in Atlanta.
Adam Cook. Even though it wasn't his top 5, Humble Beast by G Herbo for sure.
I think Adam has like the best like consensus 5 of like
a street nigga like me at least.
Everybody
gotta keep it G at least. If I ain't standing on my own team, I'm gonna be deceased. A street nigga like me would be mostly dead or gone. What the fuck, Adam?
Yeah, because
and when I lay this track, I'm heading home. Hey, you never heard that shit though.
As long as the nigga ain't pick Jay, I'm cool. Because Jay got the worst music taste in here.
No,
that's not true. That's
honestly,
not true.
Jay,
you have the worst music taste.
You have the worst music taste by far. You don't like Mike Jack. You don't listen to Kanye West. You don't like Frank Ocean.
I never said I don't like Mike Jack. You niggas just overdo it with Mike Jack.
No, we don't, nigga. You don't understand who this nigga was. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
No, you don't listen. You don't like Frank Ocean, and you don't like Kanye. You already down.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to give the rest of this. Bruh, it's something we don't know about Michael Jackson, gang. I'm sorry.
See, here we go, bro. We're recording this on the day he died, bro. We're not doing this.
Hey,
we're not doing this, bro.
All I'm gonna say is Tyson and Jay wish they were little boys when Mike Jack was alive.
No,
all right, see, that's what I'm saying.
No, see,
I'm just saying, bro. It's just look. You could say he's not guilty. He's this. The media this. Something about Buddy we don't know.
Hey, bro.
I agree with Adam.
Okay.
His third eye is open.
Okay.
Adam's third eye is open. Y'all's aren't.
No,
your third eye is open.
Your third eye is open, my nigga. What the fuck are we talking about, bro?
I just agreed. I had a great top 5 though. Y'all just agreed I had a cool top 5.
You have a great top. I don't like the top. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that your top 5 is bad. I'm just not from Atlanta, so I can't get the full grasp of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you got Barter 6 in there. Like you got
Atlanta niggas.
That's cool.
Atlanta niggas would fuck with it, but like I don't know. Niggas ain't have. Here's my issue with everyone top 3, bro. Y'all niggas ain't have no like real like thirsty in y'all shit, bro. Like where the R&B shit at, man?
I had off the wall.
I mean, yeah. Well, but Matt, you can't talk about basic.
You had straight Atlanta rap in your 5.
Drake and Party Next Door are Canadian.
All right, okay. I guess
you had P.
Like P4. That's not even his best shit though. Like
it's my favorite. It's my favorite. You said favorite. It's my favorite.
That might be.
Lose My Mind is my favorite song by him.
Oh my goodness! If you listen,
that's your favorite song.
If you heard, I can't even relate. If you heard Sex,
I can't even relate.
If you heard Sex in the Beat or Sex on the Beach, you would fucking float.
I've heard it,
my nigga.
I've heard it. But Lose My Mind.
And Lose Your Mind.
Lose My Mind just puts me in a different it pisses me out my body.
I don't even know if that's my favorite song on the album. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Make it to the morning. Make it to the morning. Lose My Mind and hate her old friends or her old friends are my.
Yo, shout out. Make It to the Morning though.
Yeah, Make It to the Morning is definitely turned. Her old friends is turned. Resentment is really turned. I fuck with Resentment.
Resentment is turned. You're naming all these songs are hard. P4 is really one of the ones.
No, we're not denying that.
Nice.
But like, it's just not his best album.
P2 is probably P2 is his best shit. But even Party Next Door and P3 are clearing. Like nobody, hey, don't get me started on some Party Next Door shit.
I don't know. P3 clears because I really do like P4, but P2 clears.
P2 clears for sure. P2 clears for sure. No,
P3
P3 got some shit on it though.
P2 got Sex on the Beach, Her Way, and Belong to the City, all 3
Come on, in a row. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Game. And that's not even. Bro, you got East Liberty and SLS. Yeah, Recognize, Fuck With You, Thirsty, Muse. I mean, what the fuck is we even? Yeah, man.
Hey,
P2 clears. I'm not going.
We're gonna talk some P and D.
Like I said, give me P4 and I'm gonna rock out.
Hey man, I mean, I think my 5 is valid, bro. I got Uzi, I got Kendrick, I got Nip, I got Cole.
Uzi was your best
Wait, just stop yourself right there, gang.
Bro, we're not, bro. You're from Jersey, bro. You wouldn't understand. Bro.
Okay, you just don't get it, bro. You're not from the West Coast. Like when this shit drop, bro. Like
yes, you don't understand, bro.
Wait, Adam, say your top 5 again.
He did.
Finally Rich.
I'm not a big
Rich or Die Trying. 4 for 4. DS3, and then Harder Than Ever.
I'm switching mine to Jay. I like Jay's top 5 better.
Adam, you got these jotted down.
What?
I got mine written down.
Hey, y'all text them. Y'all text them in the chat. Text them in chat.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to Jay.
I know I got the best one though.
Never heard nobody say until I met this nigga like
Jay got the worst one.
No, Jay,
you have the worst one.
You have the worst one. You have the worst one, my nigga.
I'm with you, Matt, bro. I think Jay shit weak.
Yeah, nigga, y'all got the same dealer. I bet you were with him, bro.
Y'all don't listen to it, and it's cool.
Like, bro,
it's cool.
No, I don't care.
Adam, you know your LB oiled up before he got on the camera?
Bro, that's not true. That's not true. No, my arm was glistening because I was
your arm was fake shiny as shit. Your forehead shiny, bro.
But I'm moisturized, bro.
I shine on it. No, bro. Your
I'm moisturized, bro.
The nigga got a haircut, was feeling himself, and he oiled up before he got.
Still feeling myself, but yeah, bro.
Nigga feel like Diddy,
bro. Bro, watch out. That's where we end the pod. And that's where we close out the pod.
All right, bro.
On that note.
Hey, man. On that note, gang, another great episode. Another great episode of Stay on That Side podcast, SOS, bro. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, bro. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Doses. Easy, man.